Warning. The Drunken Peasants podcast is full of comedic exaggerations, independent thought, insensitivity, and other offensive content. We strongly urge all viewers and listeners to keep their brains in their skulls throughout the entire duration of this podcast. Failure to do so will result in immediate death. If you wish to support this podcast, there are several ways to do so. First, you can sign up for a free audiobook trial at audibletrial.com/drunkenpeasants. Audible is the foremost seller of audiobooks today with hundreds of thousands of titles to satisfy all manner of tastes. Second, if you shop on Amazon.com, please use the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of this video. Every purchase you make helps to support this podcast's existence. Third, please peruse our merchandise and see if any of it strikes your fancy. We sell a lot of t-shirts, so we must be doing something right. One more thing before I go. To make an official submission to the Drunken Peasants, whether it be a video for one of our segments, or fan art, or a picture of you wearing one of our shirts, or anything you think we might want to use on the show, that stuff needs to be sent to the Drunken Peasants Facebook inbox. Please do not send correspondence, as this will be deleted unread. With all that shit out of the way, it's time to begin the show.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants Podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist?
It's okay. You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be liked.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello everyone, welcome to Drunken Peasants episode 258.
Indeed.
Yes. I have a hunch this will be the greatest episode of all time until we do the next one.
Indeed.
Fuck you, TJ. Had enough of your fucking shit lately, buddy. Tired of living in your fucking shadow, TJ. Red was fucking right, TJ.
Oh shit.
Bread.
Red.
Bread.
Brett
Brett.
was fucking right.
Brett Keane.
Yes. What other Brett would I be fucking talking
I thought
about?
you might be talking about Brett the Hitman Hart.
No. Brett Keane of God TV Radio. The Stallion.
The illustrious God TV Radio, yeah. Well, he's always right.
Games you love. So he was right, TJ. I have been living in your fucking shadow, and I had enough of it.
All right.
I fucking challenge you to a fucking drinking contest, TJ, and I'm gonna fucking win this. Paul got lucky, TJ, but Paul's fatter than you, and you see how fucking far I took Paul. I'm gonna beat you,
yeah.
TJ.
He took him to the limit.
But I want something more on the line than just that. Like, I not only don't want to beat you, I want to humiliate you. If you fucking win, I will be the egg bitch on an episode of this show. But if I win, you're gonna be Page Boy TJ.
So egg bitch, so you're gonna wear the tutu and everything.
I'm gonna do it. But I'm so convinced I'm going to win that I'm putting it on the line.
All right, well, you have to understand what the egg bitch fucking consists of, then.
No, you don't get to judge it. It's going to be some humiliating. I get to create the egg bitch. It's not going to be some nice thing.
Then it's not really the true egg bitch. I am the creator of the egg bitch.
No, you don't get to... Okay, then I get to decide what Page Boy TJ is.
Yeah, that's
okay,
fair.
then that's fine. Okay, go ahead.
All right, the egg bitch, the established mythology of the egg bitch is... He carries around a basket of eggs and wears a pink tutu and gives eggs to people and says, "I'm the egg bitch. Have an egg."
And Page Boy TJ, you have to have, of course, the Page Boy haircut. You have to dress in like medieval, like Renaissance clothing, and you have to talk and affect a certain accent.
I'm not getting.
And you have to prance
I'm not
about.
cutting my hair for it. If you're not cutting your hair, you're not doing anything permanent to yourself to be the egg.
And this is going to happen.
Okay, then you get a wig or something.
This is going to happen on the next private show, the one in August.
Show.
The one in August,
yeah,
right?
The contest, yeah, sure.
Okay, this contest that you're speaking of will happen in August, so you have to go to patreon.com/DP, sign up for $5 or more on Patreon. You'll be able to witness this epic contest. So I'm guessing on that show, at the end, the loser will have to wear that fucking costume.
No, the
it's going to be on an episode.
The loser has to wear it for an entire episode of the Drunken Peasants.
Oh my god.
And be in that character.
Yeah. You're going to lose, dude. It's going to be fucking great.
After that, I don't know if it'll be the very next episode, but an episode shortly thereafter, you will view either, I guess, Page Boy TJ, but you're
Page Boy TJ.
You're really gonna see the
Page Boy TJ
egg bitch.
No, egg bitch ain't happening.
I'm the egg bitch. Have an egg.
Oh, you know what?
Can I fill your cup, sire?
I have a correction too. This is episode 257, not 258.
Oh, you're gone.
I know.
Stupid fuck.
The fuck's
Damn
wrong
it.
with you, Ben?
Damn you, Ben.
Ben's been
It's
drinking
Damn you.
again.
I
You've
wish.
embarrassed this podcast.
I wish I'd been drinking.
You were
Yeah,
you were
drinking is cool.
Yeah,
I enjoy drinking.
so do I. Me and TJ went to the horse track. It was pretty crazy.
We did. I could not win on the horse races to save my life, but I did win a bunch on slot machines, strangely. That's the first time.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the first time I ever won on a slot machine. It's the second time.
So we're gonna
But
do.
they've both been in recent, like the last few months.
We're gonna do 2 quick plugs because we got a guest waiting. Otherwise, we would talk forever.
Yeah.
About
Yeah.
horse track gambling and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
All right. So first order of business: Drunken Peasants, Toledo, Ohio meetup. Got 136 RSVPs. And Scotty gave me an interesting factoid on this earlier.
Toledo. A very interesting factoid.
And what is that, Scotty?
Oh, well, the New Orleans, the venue limit. Well, I mean, not for the entire venue, but for the space we rented is 135, TJ.
Shit.
So, technically, 136 going to Toledo means, I mean, technically, TJ speaking, Toledo won.
No, because I'm not turning down RSVPs at any point. I mean,
Toledo
like,
is by far the superior
There's more.
city.
There's more space there. I mean, it's only 2 rooms that have that space limit. So
Well, you
we can
didn't
just
rent it.
we can conquer more of the fucking Napoleon House. Whatever. I don't give a shit.
Okay, maybe that'll happen, TJ. I
Maybe
don't
that'll
know.
happen.
It will happen.
Maybe not.
Okay.
though.
If you build it, they will come. And I've built it.
Sound like an optimist, TJ.
They will come. They will come.
All right. And then, as we were just mentioning, there's also the New Orleans meetup. Links for both events are in the description. We got 50 people RSVP'd right now.
July 30th. You got a month.
With Dusty and Egghead.
Dusty will be there. Egghead will be there. Pip Monk will be there.
And Egghead, you know, he's going to get wrecked.
If you want to insult Egghead, you have a chance.
We're gonna get fucking Egghead drunk.
If you
as
want to
shit.
fucking shit on Egghead and his fucking to his face.
Literally.
To his
shit-
face.
Literally shit on him. If you want to literally shit on Egghead.
We're gonna fucking get a prostitute to sleep with Egghead, and then it's gonna ruin his like relationship. We're gonna make him
That's
snort
awesome.
coke, and then we're gonna
Yeah, let's do it.
We're
It
gonna
might
fucking,
straighten him out a little bit.
Yeah, I think that'll take the cringe off him real quick, man. Just snort some coke, drink some fucking, you know.
Yeah, if
some whiskey,
if
yeah.
Egghead seems way more mellow than ever before the next time he's on the show, then mission accomplished.
Get him smoking some green. You
Yep.
know,
That's what he needs.
little nookie
gonna
clean
happen.
Up those zips
No,
and
no
you'll
more
get it.
X-wings. All right, so we've kept him waiting
Enough
long
bullshit.
enough. Let's bring on
Long enough.
Sargon of Akkad and Paul's.
And Paul.
And also Paul.
Also some guy named Paul. Who cares?
Some faggot named Paul. Who gives a rat's ass?
Hello, Paul.
Hello?
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. And Sargon, welcome.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Very well. How are you guys?
Doing great.
We're horrible. Life, life
I
is
guess
shit.
you're horrible.
Life is shit. No, it is.
So something really weird has happened to my Skype, and like I can't see anything. So I know.
God, Paul, really?
Sargon, are you
I
able
know.
to see us?
Yeah, I can see fine.
Okay,
Yep,
everything's
it's just
working.
me.
Oh,
God.
Fire Paul.
Of course, Paul.
Hashtag Fire Paul.
Even our guest is more on top
Oh,
of
look,
the shit,
is Paul
Paul is
frozen?
now frozen too. Dragging the
What is
show
wrong
down,
with Paul? What is wrong with Paul?
Dragging down the show. You're fucking up Sargon's big appearance here. Ruining it. I don't even hear Sargon anymore.
Oh shit.
It's all dead.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, there you
Oh fuck. He's like, I'm not talking.
go. That makes sense. If he's not talking, we can't hear him.
He's just really pissed at Paul right now. He's like, fucking Paul.
Sargon's like, I can't believe I'm on this rank-ass amateur podcast again. You can't even get their shit in order. Fucking,
Clearly, you've never listened to one of my podcasts. Jesus Christ.
yeah, technical issues abound with this kind of shit. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that.
Let's just all agree to blame Paul.
Yeah, it's Paul. This is Paul's fault. He's the one who had the problem. He's the one who always has the problems. He's always fucking up.
Always mopey, always depressed. It's Paul.
I'd be mopey and depressed too if I was Paul.
Yeah, always causing problems.
Fucking dragging everything down. Fucking it up. All right. So I might as well bring up this story while Ben's waiting for this shit to get... This is
it the one you sent to me?
No, it's not the one I sent to you. This is a different one. This is about Marvel, the comics. Let me see. Where the fuck is this article?
Come on, TJ, don't fail us now.
It's really weird because I thought it was right before this.
How about we bring up the article that we actually have?
No, because I don't really need the article in front of me.
Okay,
the point is that Iron Man is now going to be a 15-year-old black girl. Thank you, progress.
Iron person, TJ.
Iron person.
Iron person. Come on, let's be sensible here.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Iron Person. Just change the name. I'm Iron Person, here to save you all. Why? How does a 15-year-old black girl get access to the Iron Man technology exactly?
That's actually offensive. I realized. What if Iron Person was an otherkin? So they technically wouldn't be a person. So that would also be offensive. We're gonna have to consult with some SJWs, and they're gonna have to figure out the proper term for Iron Man now.
Iron Wolfkin. It sounds like a compelling read.
Yeah, weren't you reading the female Thor one, TJ?
Yeah, some people sent us a bunch of feminist-leaning comic books. They sent The Amazing Squirrel Girl and Bitch Planet and
female Thor.
The female Thor. And I looked through them all, and they all looked terrible. I would say the Thor one probably looked the least terrible. At least the art was good. The writing was really clunky. The Squirrel Girl one just seemed like silly and stupid. And the Bitch Planet one, I don't even know. That just looked like straight up like feminist horse shit.
I'm glad they're at least making killing like an MRA or something.
Pretty much, it was basically like that. I mean, it wasn't MRAs, but all the dudes were like, it was like Lifetime original movie stuff. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not. Like, all the male characters are like, I'm a piece of damn shit what likes to bite women's. And then the fucking badass chick fucking cuts his nuts off or something, you know. Hangs him over a fucking ledge like, fuck you, male authority piece of shit.
Yeah, my mom used to watch those Lifetime movies all the time.
So did mine.
It was like the Man-Hater Network.
Dude, and the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah,
there's always one Prince Charming. He's great, but every other male is like a fucking slime ball.
Usually the ones I saw were like, a woman meets this really great guy, but then he turns out to be an abusive piece of shit, and she's got to escape. And she has to find her inner strength to get away from him because he sucks.
Loosely based on TJ's life.
Yeah. We got another article, and this one kind of throws us a curveball a little bit. This is we're always talking about conservatives who come on here and they say like, oh, you know, if only someone at the thing had a gun, they could have stopped this shit from happening. And we're always like, you know, when has that ever happened? Well, here's an example of it happening, actually. No charges for armed man who stopped South Carolina club shooter. Sheriff's deputies say no charges will be filed against a man who shot and wounded another man who had fired into a crowd at a South Carolina nightclub. Officers arrested a 32-year-old man who they say shot and wounded 3 people at the nightclub in Lyman. Jody Ray Thompson of Lyman is charged with 4 counts of attempted murder and 2 weapons violations, jail records show. He was booked in the Spartanburg, yeah, I love that, county jail just before 9 a.m. on Sunday, June 26th. So basically what happened is this guy, he got in an altercation at the front of the club. He got pissed. He pulled out some guns. He just started firing wantonly into a crowd of people. And someone who had a concealed carry permit shot him in the leg, and he stopped what he was doing. Further injury was avoided. Luckily, no one died in this entire incident, not even the shooter. Although I did see some people in the comments like, why'd he shoot him in the leg? Should have gone for the head. It's like, Aren't you just glad the situation was resolved with no death? Like, couldn't we just be happy that it wrapped up with no one dying?
No.
I don't understand anyone who would look at that and be like, I'd wish there was a bloodier resolution.
Fuck that, dude. Hang him high. You break the law, you gotta die.
But yeah, I mean, I gotta give it to the gun nuts. At least sometimes this does seem to happen, because here's an example.
This isn't surprising. There are stories like this. There's also stories of people defending their property and their home and their lives with guns successfully and killing intruders or stopping them. I mean, sure. I mean, you can make an argument that, yeah, sometimes guns do save people. It does happen. But a lot of times guns are just misused, and a lot of time, the majority of the time, they're used, normally. So,
yeah, I'd like to see the statistics on that myself.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because whenever you have two groups that are so ideologically invested in something, they're bound to both have their own statistics.
Well, guess what? The CDC can't study gun violence. Thanks to just the current law, and the budgets. They basically, I think last year they got $100,000 to study gun violence. I mean, so it's basically nothing.
Yeah, that's,
the dude that wrote and sponsored that law. Oh, sorry, I might be super loud because I rejoined the call.
No, you're okay.
No, you're okay.
You're
Go
fine.
ahead.
Oh, okay. No, the dude that wrote and sponsored that law has come out and said he wants to see it repealed. So it's completely silly.
Yeah, it's not even study the issue. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, Sargon, I wanted to ask you about some Brexit shit, if you're not sick to death of the subject.
I am sick to death of it, actually.
I figured
who isn't?
I figured you would be,
Yeah.
but I have kind of one, because I was on the fence about the whole thing, and I still am, really. I don't really care one way or the other. I didn't care enough to take a side. I was content to just kind of lean back and be like, I feel smugly superior to both sides of this debate. But one thing I was wondering about is I kept hearing your side, because you were pro-Brexit. You guys are always saying, freedom, 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 freedom. I didn't really understand the freedom pitch. Like, if you could just explain that to me, that's pretty much the only question I have on the whole subject matter, because that's the one thing I never really got. Like, what freedom exactly were they?
Why it's like an undemocratic institution or what?
I mean, not necessarily that. I kind of get the undemocratic institution thing, we don't like being beholden to the EU and all that, but I just didn't understand the freedom angle. Like, what greater personal freedom are, UK citizens going to have now that they're not in the EU, is what I'm really wondering.
Well, honestly, I don't think I said freedom too often.
Okay.
Because what I think the problem with the EU is not necessarily the power it has now, but the power it's going to have in the future. It's got a reasonable amount of power now. On the Commission's website, they say that there's between 15 and 50% of laws made that apply to the UK are made in Brussels. And I'm not really very happy about that, because I don't get to elect the commissioners who propose these laws. So at best, we're fighting this losing battle. We can, hopefully vote against. Except we're completely outnumbered in the European Union, in the European Union Parliament. Britain's
I think a lot of people in the United States.
Of these votes.
I think a lot of people in the United States feel similar too, because it's like the problem of, I'm really represented by someone who is so far from where I am, both geographically and in terms of, their day-to-day life, what they lead, what their values are, and all this other stuff. And, I kind of think it just kind of becomes a problem of greater and greater size of government. The more people are governed.
That is kind of the problem. I mean, British people tend to have a bit of a different mindset when it comes to this sort of thing than people on the continent. And so putting 28 commissioners in a room, even if the British commissioner was heavily against something, he would be outvoted 27-1, or probably a large percentage to a small percentage, and that seems to be what happens on basically all of the votes. And so it's just like, okay, well, we're not being adequately, our interests and our desires in a democratic, in the societies we live in, aren't really being served. And then they have secret plans for an army, and it's plans for a super state and a centralized treasury. You start thinking, okay, I can see what you're doing. Hey, you're not listening to anyone. I mean, the amount of times people have had to re-vote on treaties because they've gone against the treaties, and you have someone like Jean-Claude Juncker saying there can be no democratic choice against the EU treaties. And it's like, well, we can fucking see that, Juncker, by the fact that you're making people re-vote on them when they vote no. And it's it's just the most... It's so obvious where they're going with it. I don't want to live in like this fucking militaristic superstate. That I read through their plans to have an army, and they were literally talking about how they wanted to be able to project power into near Russia, the Middle East, North Africa. And it's like, look, I don't want to be part of an undemocratic state with its own army that has imperial ambitions. And so I'm not,
there's already enough imperialist. There's countries fighting over the Middle East.
Also, there's already NATO
Russia
in Europe too. I mean, so
yeah, but not only that, it's like, it's so. At some point, there are very strong Eurosceptic movements in Europe and Britain and other places, in other places.
Yeah,
in Europe.
Austria,
and,
a few countries.
Exactly, Austria and Hungary, the sort of what they call far right, but are really just sort of nationalist parties, are gaining. In some cases, they are very far right, but I think we can be generous and just generally call them nationalists, and. I think that they're getting. They're very close to gaining power in these countries, and I do think that there will be other EU referendums, and other places would break off. And so, this isn't going to happen like now. It's the sort of thing that happens over time. So in 10 years' time, if they have their army, and somewhere decides they're going to secede, what happens? Are they just going to let it go? Apparently, the reports about the president of the EU Parliament, Schulz. He was spitting and just hammering, cursing in his office when he heard the result. And it's like, man, these guys sound nuts. I don't fucking... These people... this just looks like a recipe for disaster. And I don't want my country to be part of it. And then they're like, oh, it's going to cost Britain money. It's like, look, no one ever says about the great future we're going to have in the EU. They always just say, oh, how scary it's going to be outside the EU. Because they know being inside the EU is shit. Look at Greece, look at Spain, look at Portugal, look at Italy. It's shit. Germany has got now, 2 million foreign migrants in there that they are now paying for. It's and trying to offload on other fucking countries. And all because Merkel said, come here. And it's just like, these people are not running this very well. And they're looking to gain more and more power. Their solution to every problem is more Europe. And they literally say, no, we need more control. And it's just like, no, man, this has gone too far, and it's obviously going in a bad direction, and I don't want to be part of that. I will pay extra for my groceries, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. Okay, so basically just...
I've had this brew quite a while.
Yeah,
so
I could tell this is like... I could tell you this is like something you said. I know you did like a 3-hour debate with Thunderfoot over this, and I've seen you two kind of going at each other a little bit here and there. Over the issue and stuff. So that's what kind of fascinated me, is to see, even this little community getting divided up and stuff, and seeing people on both sides. And I kind of played both sides against each other a little bit. It's fun to do. Because I'm an American. Look, I know it probably in some long run way affects me, but not in any way I'm really gonna notice probably in my life. So I'm free to just kind of sit on my laurels and be like, whatever, let them British fags fucking fight about that
These
nonsense.
Damn European faggots can't figure nothing out, unlike America.
Hey, I got some,
America.
Apparently there was some polls done with Americans on what their opinion on Brexit is, and apparently 75% were totally for, basically for the sort of American revolutionary reasons.
Yeah, we kind of tend to like that shit, I think. Yeah, because we did a Brexit a long time ago. That was our thing. You guys kind of stole it from us. Ours was cooler because we killed a bunch of people. But anyway,
not at all. Literally, the guy who designed the euro, I can't remember his name. He's Dr. something or other. He's a German guy. He literally was saying, look, I don't think that the EU is going in a very good direction. It's undemocratic, and we're starting to move into the realms of sort of no taxation without representation. And that he has a problem with the way the European Union is going, on the sort of grounds that the American colonists revolted from the British Empire. And I don't disagree. I think he's completely correct. And this has been my entire contention with the EU. I just can't believe. And the weird thing is, the people who want to remain seem to be really, really emotionally attached to the EU. Like they feel upset. Like 30% or something of students were crying over it or wanted to cry over it.
Well, I think that a lot of people had like personal. I think a lot of people just had personal interest in it staying because of not having to worry about travel visas and shit like that.
It seems
being able
like
to move freely and stuff.
It seems like the majority of people in Scotland wanted to stay.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, well, Scotland's done. I fucking
money.
told Scotland to leave the goddamn UK. I told them they weren't.
They had their chance.
They had their fucking chance. They did, and I told them, get out of there. You don't. I don't think you guys are gonna like where it's going, and they fucking stayed. They should have listened to me. Should have fucking listened to me, Scotland.
Actually. But I'm fine with the Scots voting to leave if that's what they want to do. Let them do it. It's up to them. But,
yeah, I mean, that's they just want to have the same self determination that the fucking Brits have, so it's whatever. Anyway, let's take a look at some videos and shit, huh?
No, let's not do that. Let's just sit around.
I think Sargon already said he was sick of talking about the Brexit shit.
Yeah,
I don't want to keep him. I don't want to keep him talking about it for like 30 minutes.
Brexit, you must talk about Brexit.
Yeah. So let's take a look.
Candidate in this race has spent her entire life making money for special interests, and I will tell you, she's made plenty of money for them, and she's been taking plenty of money out for herself. Hillary Clinton has perfected the politics of personal profit and even theft. She ran the State Department like her own personal hedge fund, doing favors for oppressive regimes, and many others, and really many, many others, in exchange for cash, pure and simple.
Cash.
That's all true.
Cash.
That's probably all true. Yeah.
Yeah. Not
right.
a single word of that is a lie. I mean, I'm not a Trump supporter, but when the motherfucker tells the truth, tells the truth, and that's the truth.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Hillary's terrible.
Lie about Hillary.
Honest Hillary, TJ.
That's the great. Yeah, that is the great thing
Hillary.
about the great thing about running a campaign against Hillary is all you gotta do is tell the truth about her, and you're right, and no one can even fucking dispute it. Like, well. You're a racist. You used a star we didn't like.
You know what's even better, TJ? Despite all this, you're still going to pay me that $500.
Shut up. I ain't paying you shit, bitch.
Pure and simple.
Yeah, Hillary sucks.
Then when she left, she made $21.6 million giving speeches to Wall Street banks and other special interests, and in less than 2 years, secret speeches that she does not want to reveal under any circumstances to the public.
True.
I wonder why. Together, she and Bill made $153 million giving speeches.
See, this is exactly the kind of shit Trump should be doing constantly.
But they make really good speeches, TJ. Are you really factoring that in?
Like Trump doesn't even need to state his own objectives anymore, because that's just a recipe for disaster for him. Just stay light on policy and just go after Hillary. Just constant barrage Hillary.
I thought the same thing, man. And then someone was like, look, go to his website and actually read what he's asking for. And it's not as bad as he sounds when he's talking.
It was Milo that told him to do it, right?
No. It was just some subscriber or commenter.
Okay.
It was Milo.
It was Milo, yeah.
Milo pulled Sargon's dick out of his mouth just long enough.
I'd be surprised if
You
Milo's
should check out Trump's website,
Not that I don't love Milo, it's just that, I think he's in it for the flamboyance, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
But he does also agree with what he's saying. But if you actually look at the website, it's not that crazy. And I mean, it's been a while since I looked at it.
What I was shocked about on Trump's website,
what
I was shocked about on Trump's website was actually not so much like the craziness of his plans. It was just like how sparse it was. Like there wasn't a lot there, which kind of is a good strategy for him, honestly. Keep it small.
Keep it vague.
The lobbyists, CEOs, and foreign governments in the years since 2001. They totally...
So one thing, Sargon, I have to ask you about, the wall. I mean, do you think that's actually a practical solution?
I think it's the most meme-worthy solution. That's fucking... Okay, right. Walls are not racist. I hate when people say, oh, that's racist. A wall is not.
I don't think any of us are saying it's racist.
Yeah. I just don't think it's practical.
No. I'm not saying you guys think it's racist, but you hear a lot of fucking regressives going, building a wall's racist, and like, no, dipshits. How could that possibly be racist? I mean, Mexico has a wall.
Yeah,
so,
if it's racist, then that means Hillary's racist too, because she supported a border fence.
Yeah,
she said she wanted to build a border fence. Is a fence different than a wall? A fence is okay, but a wall is racist.
I guess a wall isn't see-through like
it's
a
mainly
fence.
a meaningless symbolic gesture at best. That's all the wall would be.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not going to be effective other than stopping people who are actually poor and trying to get through because they genuinely need to. But, I mean,
all they got to do here's an idea: ladders. I mean, like
tunnels.
They'll have
tunnels.
guards
There's
patrol.
fucking they fucking shoot they shoot fucking cannons of like weed over the fucking border all the time.
They'll catapult Mexicans over.
Well, they're not going to catapult people, but they'll catapult drugs. Why not?
Drones too.
I keep hoping that they come up with a way to like load Mexicans into cannons and fire them into the U.S. Like that would be pretty amazing. But
well, they can't. They already have a way to do that. They just don't have a way to make them land safely. You know.
Just got to get a parachute, man. Just fire them.
Yeah.
Like make their trajectory high enough to where they just go up and over the border and float down harmlessly on the other side, man.
Wow,
I've got all the good ideas.
That seems extremely practical, Paul.
Paul for VP.
I know.
Paul should
be VP of Mexico.
The fences are, do tend to be a little like there wasn't a Berlin fence. You know what I mean? Like walls have this connotation to people. Fences, you can see through them, you can climb over them, but a wall, man, that's impenetrable.
It's not impenetrable, but I mean, like, especially not a wall as long as the one that Trump is talking about would have to be. But I mean, this wall is never going to fucking be built, even if he becomes
Mexico
president.
is not going to pay for it.
Yes, they will.
No, they're not.
We're going to have machine gun turrets on that wall. We're going to stop all Mexican immigration, even legal Mexican immigration. The machine guns will shoot them too. No more Mexicans.
So who do you think is going to be his VP?
Ooh.
I keep trying to figure that out.
Some senator said that he thinks Trump's daughter should be VP, and that's just ridiculous.
His daughter's pretty hot.
She is. She
doesn't even need to debate. She could just show up and be like, "I'm hot."
Oh yeah.
Vote for Trump. And people be like, "Damn right.
Yep.
About time we had a hot Veep."
It's true.
Yeah.
And First
You
Lady.
should get Bernie Sanders.
That's I like Bernie, but I don't think he doesn't bring that to the table.
He doesn't bring the hotness.
Imagine the chaos in the regressives' minds when Trump takes Bernie Sanders as VP. Imagine it just. What are they going to say? There are all the hashtag Never Hillarys. I mean, who are they going to vote for?
I don't know. I've already heard a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters say they would vote for Trump just because they at least view him as anti-establishment. They're just, even though they don't really agree with him on much policy-wise, they're just like, well, at least he's going to shake things up. Which I can definitely see the appeal of that.
Yeah, I mean that's why I prefer him over any of the other candidates. Actually, just he's going to change things.
He'll actually probably have a pretty hard time changing much of anything. The entire establishment is going to be working against him all the time.
Not going to win, TJ.
Yeah,
79% chance.
Whatever. I think Hillary probably does have a better chance, but I don't think she has no 79% chance.
Hillary in the house.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hillary's going to win it as well. I
think so.
This new tactic of him hammering away at Hillary is it's short-sheeted by one fact: he's Donald Trump. Like you know what I mean? Like it's hard. If he was like a legitimate politician, it would probably be a good stance to take. But I don't know how much you can point out the flaws of Hillary. You have so many glaring flaws of your own that are going to be just thrown right back at.
It's like his flaws are only apparent when he starts talking about his own plans and ideas and shit. He just needs to avoid that, and he needs to just go for the pure attack.
What I'm saying is
all the time.
But the counterpoint to that is, what about during the debates where it's like, Mr. Trump specifically, what do you want? And then he has to pivot, and it's like, if you can take that and say Trump's just all fucking style and no substance. He has no plan. He has no idea. He's clueless.
Oh well, he's gonna have to do something there. I'm just talking about in the fucking election till then. I mean, like in the debates, whatever. I think that he should go on the attack against Hillary as much as possible.
And in all the states with heavy Hispanic populations are going to be playing Trump like they're rapists.
I mean, let's face it.
He wants to build a wall.
This election, all the statistics, all the polls and shit bear this out too. This election is not about who would you rather have as president. This election is entirely about who would you rather not have as president. So both these candidates, they're both pieces of shit. They might as well just both try to fucking convince everyone that the other one's a bigger piece of shit. Because that's the winning strategy in this race at this point.
We own her, and that will never, ever change, including if she ever became president. God help us.
The guy can just intervene and smite her. How about that, Trump?
Is a choice between taking our government back from the special interests or surrendering.
You know what's weird is a lot of people that were with Trump towards the beginning have all said that, like, Trump was never serious about being president towards the beginning. He just wanted to run to fucking increase his brand recognition. And I mean, now, like, I would assume at this point he has decided, like, wow, I actually got this, so I do want to be president. But it's kind of interesting if that's true. If he just ran to get his name out there, and now he might actually win it.
They
could be wrong. Could be a rumor. I mean, it's just a rumor.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at him, like, when he was on Oprah Winfrey in the 80s, and he's like, well, maybe, but I don't want to go for president. Only if things get really bad. I mean, I could believe that he thinks things have got really bad. I mean, he is consistent on a few points. And I think that things are really bad is certainly one of those consistent points that he keeps bringing up, isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah, in the most nebulous and vague way possible. Things are bad out there, folks.
Oh, yeah, totally.
They're real bad.
But it's a common tactic. Obama used change. Obama's big thing was change. I mean, it's a common tactic in American politics.
Yeah, of course. This
Fuck
this
Bush.
Propaganda 101, isn't it? Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it memorable. So, but he has been consistent on this issue. And I hate that I have to be talking about Donald Trump in a positive way. It really pissed me off. Where are the actual politicians who would actually do a good job? Like, I think the word is statesman. Where are the fucking statesmen?
We don't have people like that here.
No, we don't have people like that at all anymore.
We don't make those anymore. Those don't seem to rise through our system for some reason.
No, it just pisses me off, man.
Production has ended on Real Statesman.
Mr. Smith is not going to Washington. Yeah. He's getting shot in the head.
It does dangerously look like idiocracy is happening in the United States. It's scary.
President Camacho coming
President
soon.
Camacho is probably only like 3 presidents away at this point.
At least it'll be interesting.
Well, for whatever reason, the intro didn't play before this one, so I queued it up again, and we'll just play the intro. All right.
Scotty is leaving the piss again.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. So I wanted to get Sargon's take on this story. I'm sure he already knows about it. It's about the man that was shot by the police in New Orleans.
Baton Rouge.
All right. Yeah, Baton Rouge. Yeah, you're
What
right.
was his name, sorry?
I forget.
Yeah.
Do you remember his name? I don't remember.
It was all over. It's a fairly recent thing.
Yeah.
It was all over everywhere on the internet
what
today.
His name was.
All right, we'll play it.
He's dead.
This man,
This guy.
Alton Sterling.
Alton Sterling.
This is his family and friends want him to be remembered this way. The 37-year-old man was shot to death yesterday early morning outside of a convenience store where he sold CDs and DVDs. And the video we're about to show you was taken from inside a car. The video is very graphic and it is very disturbing, and you need to make sure there are no children in the room if you are going to watch this video in just a few moments.
Okay,
we're
sure.
going to play this
Yeah.
video
All
only
right,
once.
Fuck
Ashley,
off.
Get out of the room. Get out of the room, Ashley. Get out. You can't see this.
This is too graphic.
All right, go ahead.
In its
Actually,
entirety,
Paul's the one who probably is too
unedited,
fucking
because it is
pussy to look.
critical that you see
Remember we
these
were on
details
acid.
for
Paul's like,
yourself.
don't show
The
me
details
nothing violent. I can't
Those are
handle
fucking-
truth.
You know what, dude? Like, you put me on a psychedelic substance and then show me a bunch of fucking people's heads getting blown off. Like,
They were video game heads.
some of them were. There were people being beaten in the streets.
Yep.
Dancing in the streets is some terrible music.
Yeah.
All right.
And assessed and investigated for days, if not months, if not years. So with that warning...
Oh, God, just
here's
show
the
it.
video.
All right.
right, so from what we can see, he's been tackled to the ground.
Yep.
You see him clearly resisting right there, guys.
Now he's drawing the gun. So that's like 5.
Now, what happened was when they were shouting gun, it's because he did have a gun in his pocket.
He did have a gun, and he did have a prior criminal record.
Yeah, I mean, he was a criminal. That's not deniable. He had a gun in his pocket. There's another vantage point where you can watch this video. There's another video of this incident. It doesn't look as if he ever reached for the gun, but he did have a gun on his person.
But did they discover he had a gun before he was shot?
That's what they were shouting gun for. Before the guy. But you notice before the cop drew his gun, they were shouting gun, gun. Yeah. They were saying he has a gun. So, I mean...
so it seems like they found out he had a gun and they got paranoid and then just like killed him.
I think what happened was they heard he had a gun, they got spooked, and they ended up shooting him. I don't think, from what I've seen, that they made the right call, and I don't know. I don't agree with the officer's actions. I think that this is probably, not the right thing to do. It's definitely not the right thing to do in the situation, but I can kind of have some sympathy because, I mean, if you're struggling against someone that does have a gun on them and you feel them jostling around, you might fear for your life. You might shoot them. But, these are cops. They're supposed to be trained for these kind of situations, and I think they acted way prematurely to just, to have a guy tackled to the ground and shoot him 4 or 5 times. That's my take.
I mean, but it's another example here in America of a controversy where fucking mandatory body cams on cops would probably clear the whole fucking thing up.
We definitely don't have a better vantage point.
Yeah, we don't have to rely on shitty fucking cell phone video from halfway across a parking lot, half obscured by a fucking vehicle. But yeah, I mean, from what you can see in this video, I haven't actually seen the other vantage point. I've only seen this video. And it 2 cops tackling a dude and shooting him while he's down and prone on the ground doesn't look good. Really, it's hard to dress that one up.
A lot of people are defending the cops online.
Oh, of course, that's always to be expected. I mean, all but usually like the one I didn't really see anyone defending was when they shot the guy in the back, and there was a video of that. That was kind of like, well, he shouldn't have been running, but it's like, come on, really.
A lot of people are saying, well, this guy, I guess they're saying he molested a kid once or something.
He had a conviction of some sort of like
sex crime.
Yeah.
Well,
so a lot of people are saying, well, he
wasn't a saint.
He had a sex crime, so
he did something bad, so he deserved death later on. Okay, that's pretty fucking faulty logic.
The information I saw on it is that he had 2 prior convictions and he had the gun illegally. So that would make... I can see why he'd try and fight, because that's a 3rd strike and you get life, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
So it depends on the state.
I don't know if Louisiana has the 3 strikes thing, but...
Yeah, it depends on the state you're in. But yeah, usually if you have prior felonies, that will be a longer sentence.
So, it could well be that he was trying to get away from a particularly long time in jail or something like that. But it does look like the cop was a bit too hasty there, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It didn't look like he was presenting any kind of threat to them, even though he had a gun on him.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you watch the video from the other angle, it really does not look like this guy ever reached for his gun. But, I mean, I can understand the cops being on heightened alert when someone says he has a gun, especially if you don't necessarily know in the moment what he's doing when he moves. But I definitely think the cops are wrong. But
the cops in Louisiana carry tasers mandatorily, or no?
I'm pretty sure they do.
They do.
Isn't that kind of what what they're for?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the guy's prone on the ground. You're afraid he might reach for a fucking gun, so you tase him, right?
I mean, they had his hands pretty well locked up. I mean, they weren't cuffed.
I mean, it'd be a lot easier to understand if it was one cop and they were struggling, and it's like he's got a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when there's two there grabbing him, then it's kind of like, well, is that really the first reaction? And the cop unholsters his weapon and he points the gun at the guy's head or chest.
There
it looks
could
like.
have been, I mean, there could have been miscommunication too, because I don't know I don't know what cop shot him. A cop might have panicked hearing the words "gun, gun," and thought like, "Oh, he's reached for a gun," because he didn't say there's a gun in his pocket. He's just shouted "gun." Maybe the other cop is like, "Oh shit, I better shoot him before he shoots me."
I was going to say something like that. Actually, it sounded like a bit of a dog whistle phrase, didn't it? Where it's like, you've got a specific way to react when I shout "gun," and
yeah, I mean,
you know, it seemed that it just wasn't really very necessary.
I'm not going to 100% condemn these cops because of that. But I definitely think they made the bad decision. I don't think they have the temperament to be cops, but unfortunately in America, probably nothing bad will happen to them. They'll probably just be back on duty at some point in the near future.
Yeah, I think
maybe not actually, because Louisiana actually has a pretty good track record of prosecuting bad cops.
Will they be suspended with pay?
They already have, but I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure they probably are already suspended with pay. Cops don't tend to get suspended without pay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's just like a paid vacation. You shot someone. Well, you don't have to work, but you still get money.
That's more like due process because they have unions. So it's like, well, I've not been found of actually doing anything wrong at this point. So why am I being docked pay?
Yeah.
So.
But,
all right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Oh God.
This is a trigger warning. Hillary Clinton clips are imminent.
Yeah. We don't usually believe in trigger warnings, but for Hillary,
yes,
we do.
You can definitely make an exception.
So here's contradictions between things Hillary Clinton and James. Is it James Corney?
I think it's Comey.
Comey.
James Comey have said regarding the email scandal.
Yeah.
I did not email any classified material
you're
to
such
anyone.
a liar.
There is no classified material.
Liar.
110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined by the owning agency to contain classified information.
There it is, right there.
This is fucking Bosnia all over again, isn't it? Where she was saying, "Oh,
I arrived under sniper fire.
Came in under fire."
It was in a CNN interview, and CNN were like, "No, we were filming you while you were there." You know, signing autographs. We know you words. We're the fucking people you were fucking being filmed by.
No, well, you know, it wasn't right away. It was like a couple minutes later they started firing.
It's amazing.
You guys stopped filming by then.
Yeah, whatever.
At the time they were sent or received.
I provided all my emails that could possibly be work-related.
Several thousand work-related emails that were not among the group of 30,000 emails returned by Secretary Clinton.
I thought using one device would be simpler.
She also used numerous mobile devices.
She said, dude,
lie upon lie upon lie.
This is what I told you, TJ. I knew something was going to happen. It's like Hillary pretty much flouted the rules, broke the law, but guess what? No charges.
No. You have this all wrong. This guy is just a massive sexist, okay? He just hates women. You know how he's the one lying because he hates Hillary because she's a woman.
He's a piece of shit.
I'm sorry, you're totally right.
Fuck you, James Comey, you sexist.
Yeah, you asshole, James Comey.
I wonder how many times we'll actually hear that, like, Trump is a sexist in the debates. How many times will Hillary play that
bunch.
card?
Oh, a bunch.
Yeah, it's got to be a bunch.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like a parrot on his shoulder, just being like, "Rah, you're a sexist." Rah.
I mean, my favorite part about all of this is this kind of blatant, verifiable dishonesty, and she's still going to be president. Like, she's still going to win.
Well, American people are proud, honestly. They're like, you know what? That bitch is good at lying. That's the kind of president we need.
How the fuck? I mean, like, I saw people on Twitter, like, retweeting this thing from, like, this guy was saying, you know, oh, my friends are from the USSR, and they're like, you really think the ex-president's wife's going to get indicted? And it's just like, man, I guess not, you know, fucking...
But think about the media spin. The media spin was Hillary's not going to be indicted. No one actually... Nowadays, people just read headlines. Oh, she's not going to be indicted. She's innocent. They don't go and watch this press conference where it's like, Hillary lied, Hillary lied, Hillary lied, Hillary lied.
Well, they just ignore it, even if they have seen it.
Anybody else but Hillary would have been prosecuted for these crimes.
To send and to read email.
There were no security breaches.
It is possible that hostile actors gained access to Secretary Clinton's personal email account.
It was my practice to communicate with State Department and other government officials on their .gov accounts.
That hostile actors gained access to the private commercial email accounts of people with whom Secretary Clinton was in regular contact from her personal account.
No doubt that we've done exactly what we should have done.
They were extremely careless in their handling of their...
Whoever picked the backing music track to this video is a fucking genius.
Yeah, I concur.
This music is, it totally sets the mood of this beautifully.
Very sensitive, highly classified information.
People will be able to judge for themselves.
We cannot find a case that would support bringing criminal charges on these facts.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
To be clear, this is not to suggest that in similar circumstances, a person who engaged in this activity would face no consequences.
Americans will...
So he just admitted that if someone else did it, they might have consequences?
Yeah, the consequence for her is you get to be the Democratic nominee!
I mean, it's a moot point. I mean, even if something were to happen, it's pretty clear Obama would just pardon her anyways. It's like there's really no point in charging her.
Yeah, he probably would pardon her.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
He would just be like, this is a Republican witch hunt, pardon.
Find that, interesting, and I look forward to having a discussion about that.
No, you don't.
When she's in the White House, she's going to send all her correspondence via carrier pigeon.
Yeah, look at that
Look
smile.
at this.
Look at that little fucking smile, the little liar smirk that she's got going on.
Nailed it.
I've got to
Fooled all these
bullshit.
suckers.
Fuck you.
What a
I'm Hillary
shit-eating
Clinton. I
grin.
can do what the fuck I want.
Just a proud shit-eating grin, too.
Oh,
Blatantly
yeah.
proud.
Hell, man.
She looks like the Grinch after she just fucking stole Christmas, you know?
Yeah,
It's like,
she
yeah.
fucking does. Jesus, she's horrible, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a wretched lizard person. That's why we have a trigger warning before we play her.
David Icke was right, yeah.
Yeah, he was. This is, I didn't believe the conspiracy until I saw Hillary, and then I was like, you know what? That
Good
crazy
point.
fucker's got a point. Reptilians are among us. At least one.
Yeah.
At least one. It's funny because I have a fucking lizard. It's a bearded dragon, and it looks exactly like fucking Hillary Clinton.
It really does.
Every time I post a
only when
picture of
it's
that
angry.
lizard, people are like, it's Hillary. I should have named her Hillary.
You should have.
Should have. Hindsight's 2020. It's like I could rename her. It's not like the lizard comes to its name or something.
Have you read any of her emails?
I tried, but they were just boring. I'm waiting for someone to just take the juicy ones and put them somewhere.
Yeah, no, this chap called Nicholas Gorff did exactly that.
Sweet.
Oh wow.
He went through and basically she sounds like Machiavelli's wet dream. She's talking about overthrowing Syria would be good for Israel. It's like, yeah, but you're talking about putting a country of millions of people that's already massively destabilized into a worse position than it's already in, Hillary. You fucking monster. I don't care if that people.
She said before that she views like the world as a chessboard, so like that's just if we got to sacrifice a few pawns every now and then to get the checkmate, that's what we got to do.
Yeah, she looks like Bismarck, doesn't she?
You're so wretched.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, there's also something that we're going to do on the next private show. You guys really need to sign up for it on Patreon. We're going to read some weird shit that TJ wrote online when he was a teenager. Just want to give you guys...
Shit.
Yeah, just want to give you guys
taste.
just a cringy taste of it. Teroja teaches the stupid. Lesson 1, how to avoid human contact by being an asshole. I am vulgar. I think bad thoughts, and more often than not, I shit them forth from my mouth with all the enthusiasm of an overpaid whore on ecstasy. What's worse, I usually say them in a mixed company, or when speaking with one with fragile ears and a frail mind in between them. Jaws drop and gasps resound. Did he really just say what I think he did? You're damn right he did.
You damn right!
You know what? He enjoyed it too. It's how I maintain my sanity. And now, with my help, you too can improve the quality of your life by being a dirty, foul-mouthed bastard. All right. I mean, there's way more where that came from. So go to our Patreon, sign up for the private show.
The internet was a different time. I was writing for a different audience.
Oh yeah,
The internet was way edgier back then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Edgier.
Like it was more permissible to be a crazy edgelord back in those days. You know. You got to tone down it because now people just say like edgy much. Ooh, so you know
you were lame then. TJ.
Whatever.
That's so lame.
Yeah.
That was cool at the time. It's like
cool then.
It's like pointing out how someone dressed in the '80s and being like that sucks. Well, it was cool then. Fuck you.
That's all you
Old
got,
man
TJ.
TJ's going to tell you how it was. God.
Get off my damn lawn, you fucking kids.
All right, we're going to play another video here. This is kind of interesting. This actually happened relatively close to where we live. This is a Muslim that was tackled by the police because they believed he may be part of ISIS. So here's a story about that.
Breaking news at this hour, Avon's mayor and police chief apologizing to a Muslim man wrongfully accused of supporting ISIS. Only our camera rolled for the unusual meeting tonight, and it happened within the hour. Our Derek Waller was the only reporter at that meeting. And Derek, what prompted all of this?
Tracy, Avon Mayor Brian Jensen organized this late Saturday peace meeting here in Cleveland. It comes 3 days after officers handcuffed and detained a man called 911 claiming he was pledging allegiance to ISIS.
So it skipped a little bit there, but they said that a woman working at this place heard him talking on the phone, and she said that he was pledging allegiance to ISIS.
Well, he could have been a terrorist then.
On the phone.
I don't even. Is that a crime?
You damn right, Lou.
I don't really.
Who would stand out in the fucking public and pledge allegiance to ISIS on their phone anyway?
A terrorist, Paul. A terrorist.
Did he make he's like, excuse me, ma'am, can I use your phone? All right, I just need to call ISIS real quick. Beep, 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 boop. Yeah, I just want to let you know, ISIS. Is this ISIS?
I pledge allegiance to you.
I just want to let you know I pledge allegiance to you. Yeah, to you. Hold on, the hotel lady's acting a little weird. Calm down, ma'am. Yeah, allegiance. Me personally, yeah. It's like, what does it make sense? But also, is that a crime? Is it a crime to pledge allegiance to ISIS?
You're damn right it is.
I mean, it doesn't seem like that alone is a crime.
I think if you pledge allegiance to ISIS, you should be investigated.
Sure. But like arrested right there? I don't know. Seems kind of weird. But he didn't pledge allegiance to ISIS anyway, so whatever.
That meeting taking place tonight at the Cleveland office of the Council on American Islamic Relations. Avon's law director, police chief, and mayor sitting down face to face with the man. Ahmed Amanali was pushed to the ground and handcuffed on Wednesday outside the Fairfield Inn and Suites in Avon. That after the sister of a hotel clerk called 911 claiming she heard him pledging his allegiance to ISIS on the phone. Police quickly figured out that never happened. They released him, but not
what a
before
shock.
he fainted. He had to go to the hospital.
He fainted.
Whatever. Why is he wearing all that desert shit? He ain't in the desert anymore.
Yeah.
He's in Ohio.
Yeah, I mean, like, I understand it's your culture and shit, but, like, the reason you wore those clothes is because they're good for, like, the desert. You ain't in the desert no more, so kind of just looks like a costume now.
It looks like the like he should be walking to the ring with the Iron Sheik or something like that.
It's like kind of like if I just walk around dressed as a cowboy, you know? It just
People
looks
do that.
People do that, though.
People do
I know,
that
but
in, like in the Southwest.
It just looks
you
like
see that everywhere.
It looks like a fucking costume, though. And he looks like he should be
It's
entering
their
a wrestling
culture,
ring.
TJ. Don't take it away from them, Jesus.
Well, whatever.
That's all they've got.
Has the dipshit that called in the false tip that he was pledging allegiance to ISIS on the phone in the lobby of a hotel been charged with any kind of waste of public funds or false 911?
I think the cops probably reacted, and I mean, maybe they should have came up and talked to him. I don't know if they should have like immediately tackled him.
I think they should have investigated what was going on. Like, so someone said this, like, nope, I didn't do it. Is there any evidence he did?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, your cops do seem a little bit trigger happy, don't they?
They are,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
They really are. They're really touchy motherfuckers over here.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen like videos of police being trained and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I always kind of wonder. Nothing I've seen has been that bad, but I do kind of wonder if it's not like making them a bit more afraid of their job than they need to be.
It is, because we played a video on here. You ever seen these sovereign citizen assholes? You know, these guys who, like,
I've never seen
they get pulled over and shit, and they're like, I don't acknowledge the authority of the U.S. government, and then they usually cite some archaic law or some shit.
I am the living man.
I'm a sovereign citizen. I'm not under the jurisdiction of the federal government and all this shit.
Yeah.
And you know, they're like kind of just like a nuisance. But we watched a training video for cops how to deal with them, and it was making them seem like they were like a deadly, grave threat. Like they could shoot you at any time, and they're just ready to kill you. So, I mean, it was almost like putting too much fear into the cops, like, be afraid of these people, because they're crazy. But 99% of those people are fucking just, you know, whatever. They're just going to fucking sit there and be
Am
like,
I free to go? Am I free to go?
Am I being detained?
Yeah, honestly, though, I think a lot of it's kind of instilling a sort of sense of authoritarianism on purpose. You know?
Yeah,
If
for sure.
you make them afraid, then you make it so that they feel they have to control absolutely every little thing. Because I'll tell you what, I watch American cops approach people, and I'm scared watching it. Not just for, you know, I'm not scared for the cops. I'm just worried. I'm just counting the minutes until they start pulling a gun. Because I mean, like, police in like Europe don't approach things like this. You know, don't. If you don't go with an instantly confrontational attitude, then you get a better response from whoever you're talking to, even if you have to arrest them.
Yeah, when we were in London, I saw a woman just going crazy outside of a hostel, and the police were talking to her. And if it would have been in the United States, they would have, like, after about 10 minutes, they probably would have arrested her. Yeah, but they talked to this woman for like an hour almost. It was crazy.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
I'm glad they didn't just shoot her.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's
for sure.
There's definitely some good cops in America too, but
Of course
you
not.
know.
Yeah, of course.
There just seems to be a lot of these guys that just view confrontation as like the first
shoot first, ask questions later.
That seems to be that seems to permeate through like a lot of aspects of American culture, though. So whatever.
I think it's a cultural thing rather than anything else. But I think it's probably heightened in these seminars that they have. And you know, I think there's probably a culture of like, well, you've got to keep yourself alive first. And it's like, well, you do. But that doesn't mean, you know, you view everything as potentially life-threatening. You know, it's not everything is. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that it's not a dangerous job, because obviously it is. You know, I'm sure it's a very difficult job. But there's definitely, like, the immediate approach is to become confrontational and, you know, to dominate the person. Everyone is going to resist that. You know, everyone wants to resist that. That's a terrible way of approaching anything. You know, if you just approach it saying, "Hello, yes, can we speak to you, please?" You know, and
no, that doesn't happen. Yeah, there's no please in American policing. Like it's immediately like they want to establish that they are in charge of you. Like no matter what you've done, speeding ticket, throwing a fucking cigarette butt out the window on the freeway or some shit. You are in their fucking jurisdiction. You are under their care.
Oh yeah, Paul. When they see you, they just start pissing on your car. Like, whose car is this? They just fucking zip their pants. They start pissing all over it. It's our car, Paul. We own you, bitch.
You know, whatever.
There is that kind of attitude that comes across, even if they don't obviously go very far with it. You do get the impression that they're very much ready to escalate it if you escalate it, and that's
immediately.
Oh yeah,
I mean, and that just there just seems to be a tension whenever I see American cops doing anything, and it just there doesn't really seem to be there for other.
In all fairness, though, they do have to deal with crazy ass American citizens too all the time.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's not justified
because our citizens are. We have some pretty crazy motherfuckers over here in general too. So
I've noticed, but I mean. I think a lot of them would be less crazy if you just approached it in a less confrontational way.
I definitely agree with you. Let's take a look at a different story.
All right, let's take a look. Okay, we'll play one of these silly right-wing videos. Let's see.
You know, a lot of people have told me, like, you know, you shouldn't have Sargon on because she's like a crazy right-winger now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've yet to see that from him. He's yet to say anything to me that's like, oh my God.
He's waiting.
He's like Rush Limbaugh now.
What annoys me, though, is that a lot of people on the left kind of ignore the consequences of personal agency. And that's something that I think it's silly. And a lot of people on the right ignore the consequences of systems. You know?
You're right.
I think you've got to take both into account. Sometimes it's one, sometimes it's another, sometimes it's both. And you have to just be rational about it. You know?
Oh, nuance. Oh.
Yeah, that sounds crazy, doesn't it? Why did I even think that was possible?
Nuance is bullshit. It's either black or it's white. Damn it.
Nuance faggots. God.
All right, let's.
I want my
let's take a
news
look.
in 4 words or less. Yeah.
If you can't fit it in a tweet, it don't fit in my damn brain.
You know, I saw a video earlier about millennials, right? And the guy was talking about this professor who has identified a correlation between nursing homes and nurseries for kids while the parents are out working, and an increase in bad behavior and antisocial behavior, and sort of like a more sort of self-centered, narcissistic worldview. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it really does sound like a convincing argument. You know, these kids are apparently, because if you're in a daycare, I mean, like, you don't have like one parent looking after 1 or 2 kids and caring for them. You've got like one substitute who's looking after like 6 or 7, and you know they don't care. They're just making sure none of them get hurt. You know, and it's like, Christ, maybe the SJWs are actually a consequence of, like, well, basically the corporatization of society. Maybe they're inevitable.
Interesting social theory.
It is.
I would like to see more data on that.
Yeah, but that means, like, you know, we're going to have to, like, seriously consider, like, what happens, because, I mean, if this is the case, and I don't know that it is, it might not be, but if this is the case, like, I mean, nothing's changing, you know, nothing's, you know, this is happening more and more and more. So, you know, the current generation of annoying, whiny brats that we have to deal with now, running around screaming about white male privilege, it just means they're going to get more annoying and more whiny as the generations go on.
Cool. I can't
fucking
wait.
Terrifying, isn't it?
I can't.
Oh yeah.
When you're an old man, they're gonna hate you. They'll probably fucking be like, look, you don't get to vote, you don't get to speak because you're a fucking old white man. Man, and literally all the politicians will think that.
I would be more afraid of it if I could even conceive of a generation more whiny and self-entitled than this one. Like, I can't even.
Thought I'd see the generation
in
my
brain.
I can think of a whinier, more self-entitled generation, but it would be basically what I'm imagining is not even human anymore. So it's almost like a crazy, super autistic Star Trek race that they have to deal with, and you know everyone hates them, but they're trying to get along.
Super autistic.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The thing is, that's kind of how they'd be. I mean, like, imagine getting more sensitive and narcissistic than we're seeing at the moment. I mean,
every single person has their own personal pronouns you have to use.
Yeah. They probably walk around with name badges or something, you know, with the information. This is how you will address me written on it, or something
Fuck
like
that.
that.
You got like an orientation thing, like, welcome to meeting TJ.
Yeah, basically. But that's what their fucking Facebook profile's going to be, basically. But I mean, Demolition Man, you guys have seen that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because
I love Demolition Man.
Like, walking into the SJW style, like, that's where they're pushing it, and it's actually becoming real. I mean, like, how many people get arrested for things they say on social media? It's fucking crazy, man. It's just insane. And then, I mean, how are people not reminded of dude swearing and then getting fined instantly? You know, it's worse. You don't even just get fucking fined. You get, you know, there are actually people in jail over things they said on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. And that's mainly in this country that this is happening,
Yeah.
I think, which is the real problem. I hate these fucking laws that the sort of internet hate speach laws. It's like,
you guys have some weird porn laws over there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
it makes you more free.
Man, nobody paid attention when the Conservatives decided, you know, we're going to just ban all these sex acts from being made, and what face sitting and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
No anal sex, no spanking.
Yeah, well,
It's like, what?
Yeah, it's just weirdly prohibitive. It's like, why? Why do you want this? Who the fuck is even making these rules?
These are nice new moral arbiters.
Yeah, exactly.
What is British porn like now? Is it just like one man and one woman with a blanket draped over their torsos having very slow, dispassionate missionary sex?
I have no idea, because obviously everyone watches foreign porn now.
Oh, yeah, well, of course.
We are doing this merely for procreation.
I don't think they're quite Amish, but yeah, it's just, I just don't like the fact that they thought that they had the moral authority to do it. You know, there's no justification given for any of this. It's not like they're like, oh yeah, well this is proved this is harmful or something. And even if it is, fuck off. You know, it's their fucking choice if they want to do something harmful with their anuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's TJ's choice.
I mean, TJ's made that choice many times. Shut up.
Fucking cretinous damn weasels.
Fuck you, TJ.
There's nothing harmful about that.
All right, let's play something.
Doesn't do any laughing.
Maybe it's harmful to his reputation, though.
Shut up.
Yeah, let's read another excerpt.
No.
Oh, okay.
Let's not do that.
All right. Yeah, we want to save it for the private show.
It's going to be beautiful.
Yep.
The cringe factor.
Bring in the cringe, TJ. All right, David Barton again claims the due process clauses came out of the Bible. So the Bible is what inspired due process.
Okay. Neat.
And as you get specifically into the Constitution, some really interesting things. Article 2 of the Constitution says that when a bill is passed in Congress, the president has 10 days to sign the bill. Sundays accepted. Now, why say Sundays are off limits? It doesn't count because that was the Christian Sabbath. As courts pointed out, said, look, Jewish folks have a Saturday Sabbath, Muslim folks have a Friday Sabbath. The only Sunday Sabbath in the world is the Christian. Now, there are Christians who are Sabbatarians, but the only Sunday Sabbath is, and so the courts pointed out this is a direct recognition of Christianity in the Constitution. Then you have 5 oath clauses in the Constitution, and those 5 oath clauses, the Founding Fathers specifically wrote that an oath is an act of worship to God. That when you take an oath, there's no one but you and God. You take an oath, that's why you take an oath on the Bible and say, so help me God. And so 5 oath clauses, that's real Christian stuff. You go through like the 7th Amendment to the Constitution, it deals with the common law.
This guy knows that
all the Founding
he
Fathers.
knows that oaths aren't a Christian invention, right?
They are.
Huh? When you take an oath, that's you and God. That's you and God. It's you and God. That's
yeah,
it.
but I mean, what if the god is like Marduk or something? Is it still Christian then? Or?
No, it's God. It's only God. Zeus, we beseech you.
Zeus is not involved. No other gods. There's no Belial or fucking any of that shit. Fucking God. Yahweh. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I love this. I love that logic of like, only Sundays given off. That's an acknowledgement but to Christianity. TJ, where do all rights come from? They come from God, buddy.
Of course they do.
So, the Constitution was pretty much, ergo, was written by God. There you go.
Devin Tracy
So why did God choose this country specifically to be like, all right, this is my country? Because America loves God the most.
This is the country I like. Fuck all these other countries. They get less rights and not as good rights.
America bless God.
All the good rights get, it's America.
Jefferson said Christianity is part of the common law. And Jefferson said, well, it is, but it wasn't originally
Jefferson
that
also
way.
we should rewrite the Constitution like every 20 years.
But they looked at the common law, 7th Amendment, and said the whole basis is Christianity. You go to the 4th to the 8th Amendment.
Not to mention, Jefferson was extremely critical of Christianity. All you have to do is read his letters.
He also wrote a Bible that removed all the miracles. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like, Jefferson was not some big religious nut.
He was.
Christianity so much.
All the Founding Fathers just loved Jesus. They just jerked off with the Bible every night.
And those are all the due process, Bill of Rights stuff. That's why you get to confront your accuser. That's why you get to compel witnesses on your behalf. Every one of those came out of specific verses in the Bible. John 8:12 is why you get to confront accusers. Matthew 18:17 is why you get to call witnesses on your behalf. Proverbs 18:17. And by the way,
thanks, Bible. Thank you.
So no one could have thought of these rules unless the Bible had them. No one could have thought of the rule like, I should be able to face my accuser.
What cherry picking shit? Like, I always love how like the Bible is the source for all this good shit. Then you put out any of the bad shit. It's like, well, that's, you don't understand, or that's not what you're interpreting, or you're cherry picking. It's like, why is it only some of the book which is good is acceptable and the rest is just fucking garbage? Oh, the part where they the fucking bear kills 20 kids for them telling, laughing at someone being bald. Slave obey your master. Misogyny, all that. It's like, oh, we don't understand that part.
You're misinterpreting that. That ain't how that
What I love
was.
about all of this is none of this is original to the Bible. None of it. All of it is directly copied from Mesopotamian fucking religious texts and just replaced gods with God, basically. I mean, it's in some of it, it's really fucking obvious how much they've just literally just cut and paste the shit. It's just like, God, and then you've got idiots like this guy going, oh, well, no, God said it. It's like, dude, the God who said it, you don't know the name of, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. It's so many different religions you're pulling from right now. It pisses me off just hearing.
You don't even need a religion to tell you that you should have the right to confront your accuser. I mean, that just... Of course not. Human beings could get together and say, you know what, I think people should have the right to face their accuser because that's who's accusing them, and that they might be go to whatever, so that's not a hard rule to come up with on our own. We don't need God to figure it out.
You need that book. You need the book.
So silly.
It's just the idea that this comes from the Bible. It's like, no, this doesn't come from the Bible. You fucking idiot. Jesus.
We're going to take a quick break.
Yeah, for about a minute here.
We're just going to be. Yeah, we're going to take like a minute break here.
Yeah, so we'll be right back in just a moment. Cool.
Are you hiring? Do you know where to post your job to find the best candidates? Posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all of the top job sites. And now you can.
I have a close friend who owns a small business, and he was looking for some good people to run his office. That's when I told him about ZipRecruiter.com, where you can post your job to over 100 of the top job sites, including social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click.
Yeah, and you can find candidates in any city, in any industry, nationwide. Just post once and you watch qualified candidates roll in to ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. And you don't have to mess around with juggling emails or with frequent calls to your office. You just quickly and easily screen your candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast.
Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 800,000 businesses. And right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/talent. That's ZipRecruiter.com/talent. One more time to try it free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/talent.
Did we mention ZipRecruiter.com/talent?
I think we did.
Oh.
All
yeah,
right.
we back
We're back.
now.
We back.
Not that we ever left, because we were just having that very natural conversation about ZipRecruiter.
Yeah.
ZipRecruiter.com.
All right. Time to move on to the crazy people section.
What kind of situation we'll find ourselves in today? Paul. I think you're going to like this situation, Paul.
The revenge of the manatee, Paul.
Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on this video, but we'll play a little bit of it because I wanted Paul to comment.
Oh, Paul, what are you talking about?
Bullshit. This video is gold.
This is golden, man.
Yeah,
All
Ben,
right.
you're wrong.
Okay,
We'll see.
All right, it's just because like Sargon will have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, no one ever knows what's going on when we play Brett Keane videos. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna play this. No.
Terrible music my brother made.
Yeah, that's.
Look at him. He's
It's
like,
the Brettster.
yeah, tough.
The Brettster.
Yeah, Brett Keane in the house.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Goes on.
Yeah. So, do you want to give Sargon the quick rundown, like
He's so
the
epic,
the abridged version?
Brett
really
Keane,
quick?
Brett Keane's a scumbag.
There's not. It's impossible.
Yeah, there's no way.
Paul's ego situation.
So, as you can see, Sargon, that's actually Paul when he shaved his beard. and this guy is gonna. This guy's gonna make Paul talk. He's doing an impression of Paul. It's almost.
Paul, I wanted to point
It's
out.
spot on.
I wanted to point out that he gave you like a few fucked up teeth, like it's an insult.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
I
Brett,
know.
you don't have
Like-
any teeth. Even if you give Paul like 7 teeth, it's like it's still 7
Not
more
to
than you
mention,
got.
Paul has
Yeah.
all of his teeth. Look.
Yeah, if there was just one yellow tooth hanging out the front of my mouth, it would be one more fucking tooth than you've got.
Today I'm gonna do some predictions on my crystal ball about individuals. I see that Brett Keane, sometime within a month, he's gonna upload a video, and it's gonna say God TV Radio on its situation. I predict that he's gonna have
Gotcha, Paul.
silver gray like hair in his video. I can sense it.
I love how his hair is silver gray like.
Yeah.
Also known as
beautiful
gray.
cloud.
Oh,
It's
no,
not
actually,
silver.
Silvery cloud.
Actually, it's half silver and half shoe polished hair dye black. So
The spirits are telling me this. I just know.
Brett, the problem is that Paul has actually made
wait a-
tons and tons and tons of predictions about behaviors you would do, like very specific things, not just like, Brett will be in a YouTube video, like, how many hours will it take till Brett, makes another attack video like this, and he'll be right about what you've done. So it's not like this is just like some far-fetched shit that Paul's been pulling out of his ass.
I still remember the time that Brett made that 500th I'm leaving YouTube video, and we asked Paul, like, how long till he's back? And Paul said 48 hours, and then 48 hours later, to the dot, Brett Keane uploaded his return.
Yep.
I'm back.
Second, I predict that Brett Keane is going to have some kind of rock and roll music playing. Perhaps in an intro.
Oh my god, I don't
He's
even
gonna
know.
have a
I
rock
don't even
and roll
know.
plane, dude.
I don't
It's
even
gonna
know
be
how to
awesome.
comment. I don't even know how to comment on this.
I know, that's what I was saying.
You're being destroyed, Paul.
Anyway, so this is Brett Keane's latest cringy piece of shit.
Yeah, it's a pretty terrible video. All right, I'm going to move on because this one I'm sure we can comment on a lot more. This video is a video about creating and maintaining safe spaces.
Neat.
Oh, it's her.
Hey guys, it's me, Seren, back with another video. It's going to be a video that has been highly requested. And it's on creating and maintaining safe spaces. I've made videos in the past about the importance of safe spaces and the importance of having a place where you can go to clear your mind and kind of gather your strength and gather your wits about you and keep yourself kind of mentally strong.
What's wrong with the room you're in now?
Digital spaces as well as, in real life, physical, tangible spaces.
Wait a minute.
But a lot of people have asked me.
If you want to clear your mind and that shit, like, you don't go around a bunch of other people. You fucking go somewhere where you're solitary by yourself and you fucking like, I'm going to just sit here and think for a while, or I'm just going to try to clear my mind of thoughts and meditate, or whatever you're going to do.
No. She might end up breaking the conditioning if she does that. What she needs is more SJW clan thing.
Who's stopping these people from creating safe spaces, like places that are private where they can go and parrot their beliefs back and forth to each other? Like, why is
nobody,
this?
which is why they have them.
Well, why is this such a hot topic then? Like, why are we talking about, like, if you want a place free from any critique, put a password on it and only let people in that agree with you. Who's
no,
going to
Paul.
stop?
They need to use public spaces, but create safe spaces within those
That's
public
the problem.
spaces. Yes.
Right. So your safe space has to extend out into public where I might be, and so now you get to regulate what I can say when I'm out on the sidewalk.
Yes.
That's the problem. Okay, got it.
About how, like, specifically, how do I create these spaces? Like, I've talked kind of about the importance of the spaces and how the spaces are necessary.
They're not necessarily
but a lot
important.
of people have asked me, how do I go about creating these spaces? And once I have them, how do I maintain them, you know? So I'm going to read you some tweets, some initial tweets.
Everything good.
And also, someone also reached out to me about this on Tumblr, and I want to read that as well. So somebody said, I was wondering if you could talk about how someone would go about creating and maintaining a safe space. You touched on the need for them, but keeping them up, especially in the openness of the internet, is difficult.
Okay, I have a question. You've already explained what you're going to say here. Why do we need a bunch of you reading a bunch of tweets and Tumblr shit about people requesting you make this? We've already got it. We got it, you know. They requested it. You're going to make it.
It's been established.
Can you just do that and skip this
So
part?
many people want this video. Okay, you're making it. There you go.
I was wondering if you'd have tips based on experiences.
10 ways to build your safe space.
And yeah, it can definitely be hard, especially on the internet. Especially when you have people that feel like they have the right to like bust up in your space.
How is it hard to make a
consistently.
safe space on the internet?
So someone asked me something very similar on Tumblr. Hi, Seren. I was wondering if you'd ever be interested in doing a YouTube.
I mean, couldn't you just make a private forum and block anyone you don't want in it? I mean, is that
but
difficult?
you don't understand. Her
They can't make
YouTube,
anything.
her
That's the
YouTube
problem.
comments
They've got no
have to
technical
be
skill.
a safe space too.
Yeah, I got a fucking plan for you. One-step plan to creating a safe space where you are free from all critique. Step 1, okay, and only 1. Don't put your fucking opinions out publicly if you don't want them critiqued. There it is. There it is.
Paul,
You've got
that's
the
offensive.
ultimate fucking safe space, dude. The ultimate safe space. You'll never hear a negative thing about your opinion.
Of course, a cis white male wants to stop freedom of speech.
You're just brimming with privilege, Paul. Brimming with
Check
privilege.
your privilege, Paul. Privilege, Paul. Just privilege, Paul.
Hashtag Paul privilege.
Video on maintaining a level of mental and emotional healthiness despite your weakness. And I'm just trying to understand how to do the same. And I replied, I was like, I've gotten a bunch of...
This is so invigorating. I just feel like the knowledge just being like just seeping into me.
She's such a good teacher.
How old is she? She's like 17 or something. You know, is she in her first year of gender studies or something? I mean, God.
Request for a
Well,
bid
tell
on
me about your
maintaining
safe space, love.
spaces, and I think your question is kind of
Safe
related to
Space
that.
101.
So let's start with creating safe spaces. How do you create a safe space? My
Magic,
number one
witchcraft,
advice
sorcery.
for creating safe spaces,
That would be cool.
and also this is also advice for maintaining them, is to disengage. You guys know I always say disengage. I've been saying disengage for like a solid at least a year.
Do not listen to anyone that does not agree with you.
Disengage
Stop.
from emotionally draining people. Disengage from willfully ignorant people.
Disengage from everyone you disagree with on any level.
I like
for
that
any
they
reason.
always have a word like you just need to disengage from those people.
Disengage
Those
from
ignorant
reality.
people over there, don't listen to them. It's just like, oh my God. I love the
Ignore
irony of
our
this.
current local space-time reality.
Just disengage from any kind of fact or verifiable evidence and just exist in your little hug box. Ugh.
What if you don't want to be hugged, Paul? That's offensive.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Disengage from what is the word I want? Intellectually lazy, which I've talked about in other videos. People, you know, there are people out there that want to have real meaningful
The
conversations
SJW
and
scholars.
dialogue. I was talking to a friend the other day about kind of the space that we have in the comment section of my videos, and there's a real dynamic there where you guys have really interesting, provocative conversations.
Which are heavily moderated,
How are they?
obviously.
How can you have interesting, provocative conversations when everyone just is forced to agree on every subject? Like, I don't see how that's an interesting or provocative conversation where certain points of view are just like censored, and like that one's not. That point of view is not
TJ,
allowed to exist here.
Imagine if like your comment section was just like all Paul. That'd be the same thing.
All Paul.
Your parent.
Yep, just parroting everything that you say. Gee whiz, TJ.
But not everyone is trying to have that. Not everyone is trying to have a meaningful dialogue. Not everyone is trying to have
but you
actual
definitely are.
conversations, especially on
Real
the internet. There are a lot
conversations.
of people that, again, they're willfully ignorant. They're intellectually
I'm
lazy.
willfully ignorant.
They're in denial. they're delusional, they're trolling, they're cruel.
Trolling.
She's got a lot of excuses, isn't she?
Yeah, intellectually lazy, in denial, willfully ignorant. All of these things define modern SJW culture. Like, these are the things that I've come to associate with what you do in these safe spaces. Isn't that funny?
Hurt you, and you don't have to entertain them. And I know this can be especially hard for women.
Yeah, dude.
Because a lot of women
It's like the annoying black girl calling the kettle black, dude.
are socialized in our society to kind of feel like we have to entertain people and we have to entertain conversation.
God, I wish you would feel that way right now. I wish you felt some fucking desire to entertain me right now. Even to the slightest degree. Because that would make this so much more bearable if you cared about entertainment value whatsoever.
Oh, dude, this is a total screenshot. Look at this.
She looks crazy.
You know, I know that this has nothing to do with her argument, but if you're gonna have that particular piercing, don't you think you'd like make sure it wasn't crooked before you started filming a video, like so it doesn't look like you've got like a big chrome booger hanging?
Why are you trying to oppress her so much, Paul?
And especially men, and we have to have these dialogues.
She didn't get it for your benefit, Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
That's true. That's true.
What the fuck?
That's for her
dude?
self-esteem. That's not for you to judge, Paul.
With people
I'm sorry.
even if we
I'm
don't
sorry.
want
That's why she
to,
needs a safe
we kinda have
space.
to just like shoulder this responsibility and this burden of engaging.
This
with
Atlas
people.
holding up the
You don't
fucking
have to.
sky.
And again, like this is for everyone, not just women, but like especially like you don't have to, especially with people that are clearly, again, willfully ignorant. I feel like it's appropriate to only take that to a certain point and then let it go. Just like I said in my cutting off friends video, when I had got into that
Cutting off friends,
with
dude.
someone that used to
It's like they're
Yeah,
like the
just cut
fucking
those fucking
Mormons
friends
at this
off.
point. Yeah, it's like your friends don't disagree with your ideological positions. Here's how to get rid of them. You get you some new friends what agrees with me. It's like what?
I can't believe she needs a tutorial to use a block button though. I mean, come on.
It's about establishing a safe space, guys. Come on.
You want to guess how long this video is, Sargon?
Probably about half an hour.
Yep. Oh, it's 31 minutes and 24
I've seen
seconds.
plenty of her videos. She's nuts. She's like so deep into the SJW Kool-Aid. She's just. There's no deprogramming this person. She's going to believe this crazy nonsense for the rest of her life, and it's just going to get crazier. It's
Maybe you're wrong.
Maybe called Sensei something.
Maybe in 2 years she'll be doing like double anal penetration porn. You don't know. You hope not.
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of disagree. I think a lot of the people that are involved in this kind of movement are going to like get slapped in the face with the giant brick that is reality and end up probably looking back on this and cringing the way I do when I look back at some of my old videos and shit.
I'm sure a lot of people will, but I also think there will be a lot of people who don't, and I think she'll be one of those people.
Yeah, you may be right there.
Yeah, but no, there will be plenty of people who do that. You're right, but I don't think she's going to be.
About
rude,
race,
TJ.
and the conversation reached a certain point where she was just like, well, like I just don't understand why it's a big deal or something like that. Fine. Well, I feel like you're not black, so you're not going to understand. So there's not even any point in furthering this conversation. And she got like, oh, so offended that I said that. But like, if you choose to engage in these conversations and these dialogues with these people, you can reach a point where you say enough. That's like, okay.
Okay, well, that's very
you're
faulty
entitled to your
reasoning that you
wrong opinion.
provided.
That's fine. But
You don't understand because you ain't black. I love how, I mean, like, if you said to them, like, anytime, like, you don't understand because you're not white, that would be, like, the most racist statement ever.
Well, not only that, it's just a personal experience argument. It's like, oh, you don't understand my experience, so I'm right, you're wrong, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, but that could be used, anybody could use that for anything. Like, anyone could just be like, you don't know what it's like to be me, so fuck you.
Well, yeah.
No one can judge
That's
me in
why
any
it's a
way, shape, or form.
So I think it's called standpoint theory. I haven't looked into it too much, but apparently it's this theory where the person, the victim of what's going on, has some sort of unique insight into something that nobody else can have, it's obviously nonsense.
I mean, if this is true, and I know I've said this before, but like, if this is true, that there's this great ocean of white people out there who you want to bring around to your way of thinking, how are you going to do that if you refuse to talk to them because they're white and can't understand your experience?
Because she's more important than you are.
Oh, got it. Okay.
That's her opinion.
That doesn't seem like a very good blueprint for the growth of a movement, though. Like,
she deserves you to listen to her, even if she blocks you.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, look what's happened to so many of these skeptic conferences where it's just like no one shows up anymore. It's like this is like been. It's just like a fucking poison.
Yeah,
it's just
like reason rally.
Yeah, people don't show up because they're like, what the fuck?
Good old Steve Shives sitting in a lonely lawn chair by himself.
Poor old Steve.
Oh yeah, good old Steve.
Yeah, these people are fucking cancer.
Time, which you're not entitled to, is my time. And people aren't entitled to your time in real life. They're not entitled to your time on the internet. You taking your time out to talk to people, especially about something like
what a
race,
privilege,
and have conversations, that's you're granting them the privilege of your conversation. They're not entitled to it.
Let's think about it.
Okay, no one feels privileged by. I mean, I agree with the idea, like you can manage your time how you want.
Yeah, sure.
But it's not some great privilege to be able to talk.
Well,
to
she's
you.
putting her opinion out there. It's not like people just randomly coming
to her. I was going
her.
to say, she starts the conversation about race, and then someone's like, well, okay, well, let's discuss it. And then she's like, no, you're not entitled to my time. It's like, well, shut your fucking mouth then. I mean, Jesus, why'd you start talking? Fucking hell. And this is the kind of solipsism of people like this, where they literally think they're the center of the fucking universe. And even though she started the conversation, she imposed on herself and someone else. It doesn't matter. They're not entitled to a moment of her fucking time. It's like, all right, then fuck off. You don't want human interaction. I get it. Don't talk to me, for fuck's sake. If you're not going to fucking at least engage, what's the fucking point?
Well, it's a strange behavior. It's a strange behavior for somebody who doesn't want critique and human interaction to put their fucking opinion out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why
Paul,
make
this is like
videos?
This is like the Ten Commandments, Paul. It's told you, and that's all. This isn't up for debate, Paul.
I mean, basically, all she said is common sense. I don't know anybody that doesn't know that you're not beholden to have a conversation with anybody at any time.
Yeah.
Like, what has she told us? Nothing.
She's told us that she's going to talk about something, and then she kind of trailed off into something totally different. And we're just still waiting for her to talk about the subject of the video.
That's why her videos are 30
feel free
minutes.
to disengage from them. And that's actually with people that are actually trying to have conversations, but maybe they just are not ready or they're not in the right headspace, whatever.
Headspace.
For the people that are just straight up, again, racist, sexist, willfully ignorant, living in denial, delusional.
I'm sure we're all of those in her mind.
Intellectually lazy, don't want to think critically, don't want to think at all. They want to rely on stereotypes and the same old narrow-minded thinking. You don't even have to have any type of interaction or conversations with those people because you're not going to change their minds. A lot of the dialogues and the conversations that we have,
she's not going to change their minds because she's talking shit. This is the thing. Nothing you're saying stands up to scrutiny, which is why you don't change their fucking minds, woman.
Well, she's definitely not going to change their minds because the instant you disagree with her, she disengages.
There's that as well.
Change a mind. You don't change somebody's mind by going, well, you don't understand because you're white. Like there's no exchange of understanding in that conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not entitled to that understanding, Paul.
Yeah, we're going to disengage from Paul now.
That understanding is a privilege.
We're disengaging from you, Paul.
You're intellectually lazy. You're delusional. You're racist. You're sexist.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things wrong with you.
Rest on this assumption that there's like some magic phrase or there's like some magic word, and that when we say that magic key phrase, we're going to like magically unlock the fucking door.
Magically, you say? Okay.
And just change people's mind and just like open them up to the fact that, oh.
That's not even how changing people's minds works. I've never heard of anyone just like
it's magical.
Here's my opinion. Oh, well, I changed my mind now that I've heard that. Like usually, even if someone is going to change their mind, they're going to fucking they're going to marinate in what you said for a while.
Wouldn't that be kind of scary if you just had one conversation like, no, I totally agree with you now. That's it. You know, I'm not going to research anything myself. I'm just going to go purely on what you've just said to me right now.
Yeah.
Systemic racism does exist. And black people have been discriminated against in this country. But, like, that's not going to happen. You're not going to change anyone's mind. That isn't.
Yeah, you know how you actually change a mind? You change a mind by convincing the person that they came up with the mind change themselves. And the way that you do that is long dialogues and presentation of contradictory fact. That's how you change a mind. You don't change a mind by refusing to speak to a person.
Well, if the reason she knows she can't change anyone's mind is because there's what facts does she have? There's no fact. She doesn't have some great, wealth of facts she's gonna fucking use against you. Like all she's got is this bullshit about safe spaces and
Yeah, all she has is rhetoric. That's all she has.
And she's still not even gotten to the fucking point.
Looking to have their mind changed. That isn't already in the right headspace.
Headspace.
Looking to have actual conversations. You're not gonna hit on a magic button and stop them from thinking you're a nigger or a bitch or a cunt or anything else.
How do you know what they think? You're kind of presupposing a lot. You're kind of inserting your own feelings into, they already hate you to begin with.
They just think I'm a dumb nigger bitch cunt. That's all they think of me. Even if they don't say that, I know. I can read in the subtext. I just know.
Ironically, it's kind of what she thinks of them as well, isn't it? They're lazy, they're ill-informed, and all this sort of nonsense. So,
yeah, but it's when she stereotypes, it's cool though.
Yeah, totally.
That's all good.
When she does it, it's okay.
But when she imagines other people stereotyping her, that's when the line is crossed.
So offended.
Sons of bitches.
Not even actually being stereotyped, just having people, like, she just assumes it. If she even assumes you're stereotyping her on some subconscious level, it's like, fuck you.
Someone in the chat said she farted. She's just smelling.
She looks like she's wafting it towards her face, too. Like,
She's a fart connoisseur.
The smell of my own farts, it sustains me.
Cat Black has a really great video on not reading comments. I'll link it in the description box.
Why do you don't need a video on not reading comments? Just don't read them.
This is how you not read comments. Disable comments on your videos. Done.
Everything you need to know about the subject is right there in the title of the video. How not to read comments. Don't. The end. If you don't want to read the comments, don't read the fucking comments.
Dude, I sent Paul this great comment on one of our videos where it's like, make Paul the fourth host now. It's like, have you seen any of the DP videos in the last year? Because, hate to break it to you, but that already happened a while ago.
Let's move on.
All right. Here's a strange video from Vegan Gains. It's called I Became a Dog Once.
Cool.
Whoa, turning this down. Yeah, this is funny. Vegan Gains makes this the intro to his video.
Fuck you, farmer.
Yeah.
I have another interesting mushroom trip experience to share with
Okay.
Jesus.
Yes.
you all, and before I begin, I just want to add in a disclaimer that I don't necessarily think that these experiences really did actually happen in reality. I just don't think that just because whether or not these experiences were drug-induced, that it was all in my head, that I was just imagining it all.
Hang on. Is this guy calling from, like, the scene of his latest hit and run or something? What is he doing? He looks like he's murdering someone late at night. He just looks like a psycho.
You just see a black man out at night and just think he's a murderer.
No. He has threatened to kill people before.
That's irrelevant.
That was a
He
joke.
was fucking around.
No, he wasn't.
He was just joking.
He came. Hold on. He came on.
Face, man.
He came on our show. He came on our show and said he was a sociopath.
He was cured by mushrooms, dude.
Yeah, but he's been cured since then.
He took mushrooms and it cured his sociopathy. He's fine
I'm
now.
so glad he's taking psychedelics.
Me too.
That doesn't devalue the actual experience, and mushrooms have really changed my life. And I've gotten
my god!
some
I remember
amazing...
the last time that Vegan Gains had a mushroom trip story, and all we talked about was how long it took him to get to the fucking mushroom trip story. Like, why do we need a fucking 3-minute disclaimer at the beginning of your mushroom trip? Just get to the good part.
profound experiences out of them, and I think there's value in sharing these stories, whether or not they're real, whether or not they really did actually happen.
Who cares?
So,
just get to it.
With that said, I guess I'll start off by telling you the dosage of mushrooms I
No!
took on this.
No! Start off by telling us about your dog. I was a
10
dog
grams of
experience.
mushrooms in
10
dry
grams,
weight,
great.
And for those of you who don't know much about mushrooms, that's a hell of a lot. Most
Cool,
people
great.
take maybe 2-3 grams.
Oh man, you're so badass,
dude. I took way more than most people
I
take.
took
Dude.
so much mushrooms, bro.
And that's enough to get them a pretty intense experience where they can have an ego death, they can feel interconnected with everything, they might get some most an hour.
By the way, Paul, that is the name of my rap against you.
Ego death?
Yes.
Sweet.
Vegans who are against pet ownership until that point. And the best way I can describe it is we feel like we're really good to our pets. You know, we see horrible things happen to other animals in agriculture, on factory farms, and
Oh my God!
God, even your mushroom trip is some boring animal rights
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I'm like, hold on. How many subscribers does Vegan Gains have?
Quite a few.
Yeah, and you know when we had him on, he was actually kind of funny. He has 228,000, and like last year he had under 100,000. Like this time last year.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
With riveting content like this, I
Yeah.
can see why it keeps growing and growing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to make a mushroom trip story this boring. It really is. It's like a
Shouldn't the walls
challenge.
be melting at this point?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's how it should have started. Like, dudes, I took mushrooms last night. I thought I was a fucking dog, dude. I was drinking out of the toilet and everything. I was just like, you know, it was crazy. And then I realized there was Clorox in there, and I had to go to the hospital. It's like, well, you get to the fucking story.
we're like, oh my God, I could never do that to my dog. And, you know, you treat your dog as well as you possibly can. I think most people really do try to be as good to their pets as they can.
Yeah.
You know, give them a house, food, shelter.
Okay, I'm skipping it.
Done.
Damn it, Vegan Gains.
Vegan Gains, you failed us, man.
Go back to threatening to kill people, because that's a lot more interesting.
Yeah, if you turn into a dog in an acid trip or whatever mushroom thing, then it should be a dog that rips people's throats out or something. You know, some
Is
crazy
there
dog.
some sort of bookie odds on this guy going on a spree killing? 'Cause
probably.
if anyone looks like it, man, he fucking hell.
Oh man, he's a soft, fuzzy guy deep down inside.
Isn't he like?
He's like
a
teddy
bodybuilder.
bear. He's a teddy bear. He's so nice. He would never hurt a fly.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's never taken any steroids, you know, to go with these mushrooms. You know, I'm sure he's not going to have some sort of chemical imbalance in his brain and go nuts. He'll be fine.
He's gonna be
Nothing to
good.
worry
His-
about, guys. Don't worry.
His grandfather had a heart attack right in front of him, and he first he did call an ambulance, but then he filmed it.
Yeah, well,
And
in
then-
all fairness,
and then he wanted to post it on his channel to show people what happens if you eat animal products. But it, yeah, yeah,
I can see Scotty doing that. But
yeah, I'm gonna do that to you, TJ.
Anyway, though, he had a good excuse for that though. One time, his grandpa was kind of a dick to him, so
totally justified.
Oh well, then fuck that grandpa. Yeah.
Right, you know, they didn't always get along 100%.
Yeah.
There was some tension between them.
Like just like me and you, TJ. So when you have your heart attack, and be like, "This what happens when you act like TJ."
Don't even call 911.
This
Get
is
a
what
better
happens
video
when
that
you
way.
when you steal my fucking Oreos, TJ. I told you to stop eating all my fucking Oreos, TJ.
I did.
Now you're dead.
Now you pay with your
deserve
fucking
to
life,
die.
TJ.
Yeah, TJ.
TJ.
All right. So now we're going to move on to the stupid ad segment.
Time for
Stupid commercials.
We need a new, more epic
We do.
stupid ads intro. Because this music, it sounds like something Steve Shives would use at the beginning of one of his videos.
I don't know. It kind of seems appropriate for stupid ads for some reason.
We can do. It can be done better, TJ.
Whatever. You're right.
Steve Shives picks the worst music.
He also picks the worst wife.
Whoa.
Damn.
Wow.
It's true.
Steve
She
Shives
does
is...
seem unbearable, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Unbearable is like a polite way to describe her, dude.
Well, I was trying to be polite, yeah. It's, can you imagine being stuck in a car journey?
I'd rather marry like a fucking flea-infested Wolverine that wants nothing more than to claw my fucking face off. It'd probably be a more loving, tender relationship.
Are you sure you don't want 20 years of being told that every little thing you like about your life is sexist? Because
Yeah,
I mean,
the Wolverine would at
like
least rip my face
thing.
off and be done with it, you know?
Yeah, you'd just be dead.
Every time I'm watching, I wonder if Steve Shives like how most dudes like get up in the middle of the night and look at porn and jerk off when their girlfriend or wife is asleep or something. Like he probably goes upstairs like real stealthily and like watches subversive movies and stuff, like, you know, anything that exists. Like he watches Star Wars or something. Like white male protagonist. Oh, damsel in distress.
He has to have like some Anita Sarkeesian shit queued up in case his wife wakes up.
Oh, just catching up on the latest feminist frequency videos, baby. You know, they just timeless. You know, I can watch them 100 times.
What's that?
I really hope he does a review of Ghostbusters.
Oh, God.
It was the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. Surpasses the original 100-fold.
Nah, the thing is, he's gonna know it's shit. You know, that's the point. Everyone already knows this is gonna be shit. He's gonna know it's shit, but he's gonna want to defend it, and I want to see the mental gymnastics he does.
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. I think he's just gonna respond by acting like it's great.
Oh, this is such an inclusive Ghostbusters.
At least he'll be like
he'll be turning those ratings off pretty fucking quickly.
Oh well, I mean, isn't that just par for the course? Anyway, stupid ads. Boom.
Ads that are stupid.
Oh
no.
Shit! Are you too stupid to use a glass?
Cup slips, slips, and drips.
Damn it!
Now parents can
What?
relax
He put it
when
on
they
the
mess up.
edge,
and he was like running.
dude. A cup with a lid, dude.
I know.
Oh my god, that's the fucking solution.
Yeah, introducing the brand new cup with a lid. Holy shit!
Wow. Why did no one ever think about? Oh wait, they did.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Wow Cup, winner of the prestigious Mom's Choice Award. It's the
Mom's
amazing
Choice
drink.
Award, dude. This is the recipient of the prestigious Mom's Choice Award.
$14.95.
$9.99.
Is this basically a cup with a lid?
That's all it is.
That's all the fuck it is.
With Penny NASA technology.
It's $9.99.
Always stays in.
$14.95.
We always guess the price.
Oh, it's easy, guys.
But wait, there's more. Actually,
Just
wait,
add a
no, there's
favorite
not more.
beverage, Attach the spill-free lid, and they're off. Then you can drink anywhere along the rim, just like a regular cup. No more
You can drink on Mars.
or caps to worry about.
Oh man, those
Watch.
caps were so fucking annoying. Remember them caps? Look at
Oh,
this
man.
shit. Look at this. How am I what am I gonna do? Oh shit. Oh, it's so inconvenient.
Oh, you're gonna spill it everywhere.
No.
I've been drinking out of this cup the entire podcast, and I don't know how I haven't just dumped it all over my keyboard, man.
Dude, it'd be so
Crazy.
fucking funny if you ended up spilling it in a second, dude.
It would be.
Honestly, in this country, nobody really thinks to put lids on their cups because, I don't know. I guess British people got a bit more coordination than Americans.
You guys are just barbaric.
You gotta realize how often we're drunk. It seems like this is for kids, but actually this is for alcoholics.
This is BPA free, guys.
BPA free, virtually indestructible, and blocks dirt and debris.
Oh, it's virtually indestructible.
Virtually.
Virtually, of course, being an advertising word meaning nothing.
Yeah, meaning not, yeah.
From ever getting in. Use it to quench thirst on long trips or prevent embarrassing
I'm pretty sure you
accidents
use the
in
liquid
public
inside
places.
for that,
And
actually.
It's especially useful during the middle of the night. Perfect for kids
You
of
use it
all
to have a
ages.
drink.
Watch,
Yes, I
fill,
guess.
twist, and sip, and it won't ever drip. Plus,
Wow.
it's dishwasher safe.
Dishwasher
Call now and we'll
fucking
send you the
safe?
award-winning Wow Cup and
Are
your
you
choice
shit-
of pink or
Yes!
blue for only $10.
Oh shit, man! Your media,
Scotty
your
looked.
adverts are so
No,
patronizing.
I never looked. That's a lie.
Scotty looked.
That's a lie, Ben. That's a lie.
Oh yeah.
You're a liar, Ben. Lying Ben.
All right, so Scotty has the first one.
I got it too.
He said it too.
All right, so
said-
Scotty and
yeah.
T.
Paul, you didn't say shit, did you?
I think Paul said $14.95.
God damn you,
All
Paul.
right, so we'll try this one. This is called the Fun Loom.
I'm bored. There's
Me
nothing
too.
to do.
Damn.
Have no fear, Fun Loom is here.
Have no
Introducing
fear,
the
the
original
internet
Fun
is
Loom.
here.
Yay!
Creation station for your imagination.
$14.95.
I think we've seen this one before.
Have we?
Pretty sure.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Who knows? I don't pay attention well enough. It's deleted from my memory after we stopped watching it.
You know what? I'm gonna go with $14.95.
Yeah, $14.95. I can't even handle the song.
$14.95.
Yeah, let's skip to the end.
Fun Loom, it's a piece of shit.
Oh my god.
Make
God,
a
these
bunch
kids
of
look like
tacky
dorks.
garbage that no one will wear. Make a bunch of tacky garbage that you'll wear once and then forget about.
Yeah. $14.99.
Yeah.
All right. All right. This one's called Fill N Flavor.
What?
Fill N flavor?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do your whole look and taste the same? Old-fashioned, no filling, boring and plain?
Okay, no. No.
He's talking about cake for fuck's
No
sake.
one's
It's
bored.
sugar.
No one's fucking bored with cake. The premise of this is bullshit. Are you sick of cakes? No. No, I'm not. Fuck you.
Well, not anymore. Now there's the fantastic fill-in flavor.
Good.
That's actually pretty good.
The
That's disgusting.
revolutionary
You ruined
cake
cake.
wonder
Fuck
that
you.
They ruined it. They made cake
ruined
worse.
cake. How is that
You tell me
better?
that looks awesome.
It does not.
Sargon likes it.
A big fucking wad of fucking random shit in the middle of the cake.
I think this will be $9.99.
$14.95.
Oh, you're
I'm saying $19.99.
19? Damn.
Yeah.
Paul, what do you
Fill
think?
and decorate.
I'm
It's
going
so
low.
easy.
I'm going $9.99.
Oh,
Just pour
yeah.
in any cake mix.
Sargon, are you going to take a guess?
Yeah, I reckon $19.99. It looks like an expensive bit of kit.
All right. Yeah, it probably costs like 10 cents.
This is
to
some
make.
made in China shit.
Yeah.
Lock on the magic center insert and place them in the oven. When done, remove the insert.
This piece of
add your
shit's
favorite
20
filling,
bucks.
Then cover it with the base.
All right.
Amazing! A wonderful cake
Wow.
filling with a delicious ice cream filling. Fillings inside. Optional special
Yeah,
occasion
yeah.
dome pan. And watch this. Feel the magic that'll make your mouth quake. Go ahead, serve this gelatin-filled cake for part inside out. Fill-in flavor is dishwasher safe and not a one and only fill-in flavor pan with center insert.
Here we go.
Pan, and our favorite
Oh,
filling.
Damn it!
Ah.
Yeah, bitches. 3 for 3 at this point.
TJ looked.
Yeah,
Oh,
TJ
yeah.
looked.
I
TJ
knew
looked,
it.
dude.
I knew it. Fuck you, bitch.
Shit.
I knew it. I knew that shit was
Piece of shit.
$20.
Fuck you, TJ.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna win that drinking contest. You fucking
you ain't.
fat tub of
You ain't
shit.
winning shit,
You
bitch.
fat tub of shit.
You're gonna lose like the bitch you
I'm
are.
gonna win that $500 when fucking Hillary wins too, bitch.
Nope.
Pay my
Hillary.
money, TJ. 79% chance. Pay the money.
Trump in the House. Trump in the White House. It's gonna happen, Scotty.
Give me the money, dude.
Feel that shit.
$500, TJ.
Fuck off.
Just pay now. Just pay in
Next
advance.
ad, next ad.
TJ tried to bribe us to not read the shit that he wrote when he was a teenager.
Yeah, he
on the
agreed to
show.
$50.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true. That's why he went, eh.
I did not.
He didn't.
Because they fucking read it, those bastards.
Yeah.
Did you know egg whites have only 15 calories, are high in protein,
Neat.
and are virtually fat and cholesterol free? But
Sweet.
separating the egg yolk from the white
Oh,
is a
it's a
real
pain in
There's
the
pain.
got to be a
Until
better
now.
way.
Introducing Easy Yolk, the world's easiest egg yolk separator.
Incredible.
It's.
You know, if that
Okay,
actually,
this has to be only $9.99.
if that actually works, it's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I would
They
say
kind of
gimmicky fuck,
advertising it the wrong
TJ.
way.
whatever. I would say, I'd say $9.99 for this one.
$9.99. Yep.
It's just a little fucking retarded.
Fuck that. $9.95, TJ.
$14.95.
What? It's not $14.
$9.95, TJ. $9.95.
This is $9.99.
$9.95.
Whatever. We'll see.
Easy Yolk separates the yolk in seconds, even directly from the frying pan, without leaving behind a big mess. We all know egg. One yolk is remove the old fat,
Oh
then
my
just
God.
drop into
Who
a
cares?
container and start making a delicious baked dessert with egg
Yeah,
whites.
yeah.
The Easy Yolk makes it
$9.95.
easy to separate the
It doesn't
whites
make that
from the
noise.
yolks. Now you
yeah.
can order the
I love the
Easy
noise
Yolk
they
in
added to
your
it.
choice of bright.
Oh.
Damn it!
So, TJ, have you gotten them all?
Yep, I got every one so
Wow.
far. 4 for 4.
Man, fuck this shit. TJ fucking cheated.
I did not cheat.
TJ
Yes,
looked.
you did.
I didn't even know.
If you get one more, I'm going to punch you in the face, TJ.
Fuck you.
Wow.
We'll see. Fuck you, Scotty. I'm going to keep getting them right just to spite you.
TJ also lost a weightlifting competition against Scotty.
I did
That
not.
I witnessed.
That was
earlier.
bullshit. You didn't even witness this, and it was
I
bullshit.
witnessed it.
Champion.
All right, right, here's how this went down. There's a fucking weight. It's 40 pounds. And Sky is like, can you curl that? I'm like, okay, I can do that. And I curled it. And I set it back down.
Barely.
And it's like, okay, can you do it? He's like, yeah. And he does it twice. And he's like, using like mostly just momentum.
Oh,
He's
bullshit.
swirling
No,
up
it
like a
wasn't. No,
pendulum.
it wasn't. That's a lie.
And then he's like,
We're gonna
I
have a
win.
rematch.
It wasn't even a contest.
Okay, we're going to have a rematch then.
It wouldn't even be a rematch. It'd be the first match.
No, I won the first time. Ben's a witness.
Oh, you're a piece of shit.
I won, dude. You're weak.
All right. Next one is called Perfect Wings.
What?
How can you get mouth-watering chicken wings, but without turning and
Go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Fuck making them yourself.
burning or cooking it in all that oil, grease, and fat? It's easy. Just do what I do. Hi, Mark Gill here with the perfect wing rack. You're going to love
It's fried chicken. What the fuck do you mean? Not all that grease.
I wonder how many American kitchens are just filled to the brim with all this random crazy shit.
Yeah.
That has like one purpose and one purpose only. Like, you know, like how often do you really sit around like, I'm going to make wings? Even if you have this thing, you're probably only going to make those fuckers like, I don't know, a couple times a year, best.
Yeah, how many times a week do you have wings to justify this? But guys, it's 2 o'clock here, so I'm gonna have to go crash.
Sure,
Right,
sure. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
No,
check
thanks for
out.
having me on.
Everyone, check out Sargon's channel. There's a link in the description, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thanks, guys. All right, take care.
Good night, man. Take
Go
care,
to
man.
bed, Sargon. You puss bag. Go sleepy.
All right, so Paul.
Sargon thinks he can just walk out on our show. I'm gonna ruin you in this town.
It's like 2 a.m. there, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Sargon. Sargon of fag cod.
That wasn't very good.
It was good.
He lame cod, whatever.
You know, Sargon brought in one of our largest live audiences ever.
No, he didn't. You're a liar.
5,328 currently watching.
Oh, in that case, I love Sargon.
People love the Sargon.
More
dude.
Sargon.
Subscribe
He's a
to our
good guest.
channel if you're new here. Like this video. We got a few more minutes here, probably like 10 more minutes.
We're gonna look at a few more ads and guest prices.
Now, we have a lot more people watching now than the last time we talked about this. So really quick, we're just going to talk about our 2 fan meetups. We're having one in Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, on July 30th.
Bam.
We already have 50 RSVPs.
Please
for that.
RSVP for that if you plan on coming.
All 4 of us will be there, as well as Dusty Smith and some other people.
Cult of Dusty. Yep.
Yeah, from what I understand, Vadim, Creationist Cat's
human slave is trying to come.
Yeah, he's got some kind of.
He's gonna come and cheat.
Yeah. He might come on here to talk about it, or maybe CC might come on. To talk
We'll
about
see.
it. I don't know.
Someone will come. Maybe.
All right, so that one, and then we've got one other one that's happening a little bit before that. This is the Northern Midwestern.
In
Toledo, Ohio, July 17th at 9 p.m. We got 137 RSVPs.
Man, TJ.
There's links in the description for both meetups and information about the locations and everything. Come on out. We're going to get trashed. And from what I believe, a lot of people don't like Egghead. So we're going to abuse Egghead.
At the New Orleans one.
At the New Orleans
Yeah, at the New Orleans one.
We're going to abuse him. He's going to be hurt. He's going to be raped.
There's going to be hookers and ice cream.
He's going to fucking have his soul destroyed by us. It's going to be a beautiful thing. How much does this chicken wing bullshit cost?
We'll see. $14.99.
$14.95.
All right, $14.95.
I'll go low. I'll go $9.99.
Oh, damn, Paul.
It's like one little piece. It's 2. It's got a drip pan.
Oh, you're wrong.
10.
TJ
My streak ends.
Your fucking streak ends, dude. I don't get to punch you in the face either. Fuck.
Everybody loses.
Yeah, everyone did really lose this time.
All right. We can watch another one here. Let's see. This is Wise Company Food Supply.
Sounds like Asians named that one.
You may not be a prepper now.
Oh God!
Whether the next disaster is man-made,
I don't think this is. I don't think this has a price at the moment.
No, it's not
by
going
Mother
to.
Nature, you need a plan. WiseFoodStorage.com's emergency gourmet meals
We
are
don't
made
need
in the
emergency
USA.
gourmet.
Easy
Come
to
on.
prepare, just add water.
This is
All right,
disgusting
if
shit.
there's an emergency, you don't really want gourmet food. And not only that, that's not gourmet food. Gourmet food does not come in a bag that you pour hot water into.
Right.
Just, FYI.
Packaged and proportioned perfectly, eliminating waste and creating a shelf life of up to 25 years. Why face your next emergency on an empty stomach? Request your free sample today.
Oh, did you see those refried beans?
Oh, Ben, you want that. Ben wants some brains. Ben wants brains.
I was holding back the vomit.
Dude, Ben almost puked.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
Dude, let's buy Ben some of these beans.
Oh,
Dude,
the brains.
They probably look so much worse.
Oh,
than that
dude,
in
yeah.
real life,
I
too.
know.
Oh, we can request a sample, dude. Let's call up and request some of the beans for Ben.
I do want to request. I'm going to put this out there right now. I'm going to put this up on the screen here. I want to put this out there right now to anyone who's watching. Just a request for a giant bag of fake spiders. Thank you.
Please do it.
No. No fake spiders.
Giant bag of fake spiders, please. All right, we're going to move on to the next video. This is the
tummy stuffer?
The tummy stuffer. Clean your room.
What?
Honey, make sure your room is clean.
Tummy stuffers. Tummy stuffers.
Oh my God, this is dumb.
Tummy stuffers.
Here's a really big surprise.
So just hide all the shit in a doll.
Yeah. Throw all your shitty underwear and smelly socks in a big ladybug doll. Oh, man. Where do I get one of these?
Everything right before your eyes.
A secret place to hide your stuff. They never seem to get enough. Yummy.
Tummy stuffers just can't get enough of all the...
Yeah, it's like a black hole in there, It just fits infinite space. You could drive a fucking Buick into a tummy stuffer. And it won't even make a dent, It's crazy.
Snacks on your floor. Or blankets and pillows. Tummy stuff more. Stuff for school. Hey, is that drool? No, it's a sock. Cool.
No, it's not cool, damn it! That's not fucking cool! You don't know what cool is, tummystuffers.com. Buy tummystuffers.com. You're sick. And any kid who brings that to school is getting his ass kicked. Jesus.
A baseball glove, uniform, and hat. All sorts of things. But not a
I thought he was going to stuff the cat in there.
cat.
Not yummy.
Don't stuff cats in them. The cats don't like it.
1999.
That was their little PSA in the middle of the commercial.
1999,
Kids,
KJ.
don't stuff your cat in there. Several cats have died in tummy stuffers.
Belts and underwear. Sweaters, hats, all fit in there.
Keep stuffing their bellies until it shows. Give them ties and suits.
Until it shows.
All these kids are going to grow up to have feeder fetishes, by the way.
Yeah.
$14.95.
No, it's more than that. This could be $20 at least.
I'm going with Ben. I'm thinking $14.95, something like that.
$19.99. You're wrong, Paul. It is.
Are they going to give us the fucking...
Oh, come on. Give us the fucking price.
Oh, damn. 19...
BAM!
Holy shit. All right.
What a fucking ripoff.
I know.
Oh my God.
They really are.
I bet they're poorly sewn together,
You try to stuff them, they explode.
My dog would fucking destroy one of these things.
Just stuff her inside.
Well, no, my big dog.
Just stuff her inside. They fit infinite space.
Oh. Yeah, I guess so.
It's like a fucking universe in each one.
The next one's called the Go Pilot. And by the way, if you guys want to see us cover any stupid ads that you find, primarily we want infomercials, because those are the best kind. So
yeah, something really dumb like that. Some product that doesn't even need to exist.
Like the tummy stuffer?
Yeah. So
well,
here's
obviously the tummy stuffer. I mean, that's...
Oh, it should exist. Okay.
Here's the Go Pilot.
Whether you're in the fast lane or the slow, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Okay.
Go Pilot. Go
Okay, you know what? So far you've got me.
Scotty, you need this. You've left the show like 8 times.
Damn, you're right.
Yeah, you need one like right on the floor next to where you're sitting.
Pilot, the portable leak-proof odorless urinal for men and women, everyone in the family. It's easy to use.
Wow.
Dude, you gotta be kidding me.
So you could just whip your dick out while you're driving and just like piss right into
It says
it.
bad idea written
Hold
all
on.
over it.
Does this work for women too? Is there like a women attachment?
They said it does.
Because that, I don't think a woman could use that right there.
No.
They must have like a cupping.
Yeah, they
kind
did.
of
I
one.
saw it in the last picture.
Okay.
Even on the road. Perfect for long family
See,
drives
that's the
and
pussy
recommended
one
for
right right there.
Wheelchair and bedbound, as well as truck drivers and pilots. Available now at the Go.
Wait. You say pilots?
Yeah.
I don't want my pilot fucking around with some kind of urine nozzle when he's trying to fly the plane. I'd rather he go to the bathroom and let the co-pilot take over.
Scotty, we should go back to our home base because this plane is obviously faulty.
It was.
Well, now that I know pilots are using this shit, I ain't never flying again.
All right.
Gotta go back and regroup.
Have
man.
fun driving to New Orleans.
I will.
No
Yeah,
way.
right.
You're not going to do
road trip.
Oh, yeah. Scotty, we're going on a road trip. You're driving. That's what you would do.
I'm flying there, so fuck TJ.
Yeah.
I would not recommend that drive.
Yeah, and I would also,
I've made
like, if I were Scotty, I would accidentally take all the car keys with me. Up. Looks like you're walking, TJ.
I'm going, damn it. This thing is probably obscenely expensive.
Yeah, probably $50 or something.
I don't even. I doubt it'll even tell you, but
when you gotta go, you gotta
Go pilot.
Let's look it up. I'll look it up right now.
The Go pilot.
I'm thinking this thing's at least like $50.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if they don't show the price, typically it's like 50 or 60 bucks.
Paul, you've made a lot of long drives recently.
there's-
Wouldn't this been inconvenient for you?
There's different models that I'm fighting here.
Looks like most are around 30.
Yeah, around $30.
$30. I see one that's like 42.
I've pissed in like Gatorade bottles and shit driving down the road before.
Oh man, one time
a lot cheaper.
One time my friend and I were going to a concert where we had to drive a few hours to get to it. And I had to piss so bad about halfway through, but we were going to be late if we stopped. So there was an empty Wendy's cup in the back of the van. So I pissed in it, and it was a big, like a large Wendy's cup. And I filled it probably like 75% of the way. And there was this guy tailgating us, like really riding our ass. And I took the Wendy's cup full of piss and threw it out the window, and it fucking slammed right into his fucking windshield. And piss just like flew everywhere.
Oh, it's awesome.
It was beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a happy moment.
Yeah.
My mom tells a story about going on a road trip when she was little, and her little brother got his dick stuck in a Coke bottle trying to piss in it because her dad didn't want to stop, and they had to break the Coke bottle and use Vaseline to get the remnants off of his dick.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Hey,
Jeez.
Paul, I feel kind of bad, but not really putting you on the spot while we're on the show.
Yeah.
With this, but I really think at both of the meetups there should be a story time with Paul, a live fucking story time with Paul.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, you know, I've got the big blockbuster story that I've never told on the show. That's what I told in LA. So
Oh yeah, yep, that's true.
Tell it. Tell that story
Nope.
at the meetups.
Oh, at the meetup, yeah.
Yes. So come to the fucking meetup. You're gonna see a live Q&A. You're gonna see a live story time with Paul. And
possibly some other live stuff.
drug use.
Yeah. A lot of stuff. All kinds of crazy shit. In Toledo, we're going to have access to a stage and a PA system. I think we might even set up like a mic in the crowd so people can get in line, kind of like at the Star Trek convention.
Yeah.
Where they get in line and come up to the mic and ask questions.
Get in line, bitches.
And we're going to do what we need to do to at least film that, you know? So maybe it'll be in a video. Maybe if you come, you'll be in a video on a Drunken Peasants episode.
Yeah.
Maybe. So, are we going to do a post show? Because if so, I have an amazing video for it.
Well, let's do that then. See everybody in the post show.
We're going to do a post show.
In
Check
the
it out on
post
SoundCloud.
show.
Link in the description. Thanks, everyone, for watching. If this is your first time watching us, thanks. Thumbs up, subscribe, and we will see you on Friday.
Friday, Bloody Friday.
Peace, everybody. Good night.